Hello and welcome to the Dreaming Druid channel. I'm your host, Charity Rose, also known as the Dreaming Druid. I am here to do a card reading for you. If you watch this reading, it will apply to you in whatever time span it is meant to be resonating with you specifically. So if you know your zodiac sun sign, great, watch that. If you know your zodiac rising sign, great, watch that. If you know your zodiac moon sign, go ahead and watch that as well. But understand that the moon sign is really about your internal world and how you're processing your feelings, what you feel on the inside. The rest is going to be more of like what's happening on the external world, a little bit on what's happening on the internal world as well. So take only what resonates, because this will be a general reading for the zodiac signs that I am going through, Aries all the way through Pisces. I just have to say, I am so thankful for all of my new subscribers and anyone and everyone that clicks on this video and watches their zodiac sign. It makes me so happy to engage with you in the comments and see all the likes and the shares and the subscribes. It truly means a lot to me, and I just want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. So without further ado, let's go into these zodiac sign readings, okay? Aries, let's go ahead and see what animal oracle card needs to come out for you. For the Aries, my collective Aries, what animal will best represent their energy or the energy they need to embody for this month of October? What energy do you need to embody? Ooh, okay. Spirit, lots of cards here. Let's go ahead and pick one. This really wanted to stay. You know what? We're going to go through all of these. Why the heck not? You know? Okay, Aries, what you have at the bottom of the deck, I just want to start with that for some reason, is you have the hawk, the messenger. And to me, what the bottom of the deck energy means is the hidden energies that's at work and at play in your life. So it says, Spirit is sending you a message. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. I feel like that right there. Focus on priorities, eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. So in your mind, I feel like you're stuck at a certain level, Aries. You're stuck at a certain level where you know that there's more to experience in life than where you're at. But however, you're kind of at where you're at, and it's hard to imagine a life beyond where you're at this point. Maybe it's not for some of you. I just heard, no, it's not. Like a little kid, almost like a toddler throwing a tantrum, like, how dare you call me out? But here's the thing, Aries. If some of you are actually being able to envision a better future for yourself, what does that actually look like? And what are the logistical steps needed to take? What is the money required? What are the steps that need to be taken to make that happen? Maybe you are supposed to spearhead, and if you spearhead this thing, people will fall in line. It's a matter of trust in the universe. What do you want to do? What brings joy to your life, Aries? I feel like I'm enunciating because I'm trying to get a point through to your soul essence, because that is who you truly are. You, Aries, are the soul essence come alive. Aries, the very first sign of the zodiac. I know you hear that all the time, but still, it's truth. It's truth. So wherever you find yourself in the Aries energy, if you're watching this video, know that you are spearheading something in your life. I don't know if it's in a relationship. I don't know if it's business. I don't know if it's just an endeavor in which you wish to steer your life in. I don't know if it's like an emotional endeavor just on the internal level or a spiritual endeavor. I don't know what kind of endeavor you're spearheading here, but it's really important. I also don't know whether this is past, present, or future for you, Aries. So if it's past, you'll be like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. If it's present, you'll be like, ooh, yeah, maybe that's the step I need to take. If it's future, does it scare you, and in a good way? That's how you can tell the ideas you have for the future. If they scare you in a good way, That means you're being called to action that's beyond the soul's comfort zone. Or I don't want to say the soul's comfort zone, because the soul actually is very comfortable with whatever change is going to happen, because the soul knows that we are all connected at the base level, the quantum level, the soul level. So the only things I feel like would have that fear of change would be your mind and your body. Either your body's not ready and your mind is willing, or your mind is willing but your body's not ready. One, both, or all of those for holding you back from taking the steps necessary for creating a future that in which you desire is important. So now that I've gotten into all of this, I haven't even touched on these cards that I have here. So let's go into it, Aries. So the first one you have is the humpback whale, the singer. I feel like you have something to say. Your emotions have something to say. What do you feel? Do you feel a mix of emotions? I feel like I just heard somebody say, write it down, write it down. So Aries, if you haven't journaled in a while, it's time to write it down. I mean, pick a person you hate, write everything you hate about that person. And then also, if you can muster any good qualities you would point out in that person as well, and make another list of the good qualities you appreciate in that person you absolutely hate. And then look at that list. Or not, just close your journal and move on. But it's about getting out of your body, out of your system, because guess what? You are meant to, what does this say? It says, sing healing songs to the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. This is what I'm talking about here. The fact that there's a full moon here, I would check the planetary alignments and what's happening right now, and I would set an intention to actually set an intention and then set that intention. Okay, Aries, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. And you know, what's funny is the next card that comes up is the ram. And that is about perseverance. And it's funny because you Aries are represented by the ram. So what does this say? I think this is something to listen to. I feel like this is probably going to be a theme of your life in one aspect or many, Aries. So this is what it says. It says, you have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountaintops. Never give up, and good luck will follow. So to me, this says you have the power of your soul and your mind, and your body will follow suit. If you can get one of the three on board, or two of the three on board, your mind, body, and soul, your soul is always going to be on board. So it's just the mind and body. Who can you get on board first for this change? Maybe the body needs a little bit more time, but the mind is ready. Maybe the body is ready to go, but your mind is not ready. I feel like you will know what I'm talking about. I could sit here and give examples, but I won't, because you're smart, Aries. You can figure out what I'm talking about, whether the body is ready first before the mind, or the mind is ready first before the body. And it's about helping yourself out from a higher perspective, a soul level, to make that happen. So let's go into this next card. You literally have the squirrel. For some of you, I heard that this is your sign. This is your sign to take action for whatever this card is about to say. And I'll tell you what it says. It says, always be prepared, always prepared. You Aries are always prepared. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. I think that's the second time I've heard distractions. The second time I'm hearing distractions for you, Aries, is watch out for those distractions from your soul's purpose. You have a powerful mind to ready, set, go the things that your soul wants to do. And those, it's like, I hear some of you saying, well, how do I know that's the goal? Like, how do I know it's not just my mind playing tricks on me? Well, how does it make you feel? What does your body say? Does it say, I want to do this, but I'm not ready? Think about that. Really feel into yourself. So it says, make a plan for the future and life will give you all you need. So that's that trust that I'm talking about, as far as like being able to recognize that you are here to spearhead something. I don't know what it is, in what capacity, on what dimensional level I'm talking about. I don't know if it's mind, soul, mind, spirit, emotions, physical level, relationship level, career level, I'm not sure, money level, whatever. It doesn't freaking matter, because it's whatever you want to spearhead that feels in alignment with your soul. All you have to do is trust the capacity that you will be able to figure out the logistics with your mind, and trust that the people, places, and resources will come into alignment to aid you on this journey if it's meant to be. So I want to say that if you find yourself floundering, which I feel like a lot of you aren't, like floundering to you is kind of an extreme way to be. Some people can live their whole lives floundering. Because here's the thing about floundering is you're still treading water. You're still being able to breathe oxygen, even if you're floundering. But here's the thing, Aries, is I feel like you've floundered only a very few moments in your life, and you are currently not floundering at all. And because of that, it is time to go. And that's why the dragon right here in the very middle wants to come out for you and say this one thing to you, that you are supernatural, that you are the ancient wise sage. And I know you know this about yourself. You have some deep wisdom within you that you can't even necessarily express fully into this three-dimensional plane, but the way that you are, the way that you move through life, the decisions that you make, and the logic that you take to align your goals and make them actually happen, and then that faith and that trust that the people, places, and things and resources that are meant to come in to aid you with that will arrive when it's the time for it to arrive. Because here's the thing is, like, according to, like, let's just keep reading this. You can shapeshift at will. Okay, what does that mean? That means that you're like kind of like a chameleon, which can be seen as a blessing or a curse. But here's the thing is, sometimes it's actually very much a blessing for you to know who you are, Aries, and be able to morph into the person for the situation that you need to be, play that game on that social. That doesn't mean lying, stealing, cheating, or deception. It just means you're able to appease to this crowd without sacrificing your moral values. And you're able to do that for many walks of life. And that actually brings people together more than you can ever realize, more than most people have the talent to do. So Aries, it's time to mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Now let's go ahead and get into these last three cards here. I'm just going to touch on them really quick because I feel like they are kind of like, this is like the energy you want. This is going to be energy you want as well, but there's a reason why it's on this side of the dragon. I feel like this dragon is like the keystone right here. So these two cards were upside down. So to me, when a card is upside down, it means like it could be a shadow energy or something that's holding you back. So let me just read these. You have two bird cards, Swan and Peacock. And there are two bird cards, and there's two birds on each of these cards. Very interesting. So I feel like this has to do with a lot of partnership. Another thing also is there is two butterflies on this. So three, like you have bird, butterfly, which butterflies are like the flying insects, you know? So to me, this is related in these, all three of these have to do with your relationship. So Aries, it says, Peacock, vibrancy. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. I feel like this is a past lesson you have been learning, Aries, okay? And the other one is Swan, another lesson that you've been learning, grace. It says, you who glides across the water of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity in the spirit of beauty. So you're asking yourself to be recognized and to be brilliant and to be true to yourself and to be beautiful in your wisdom and your light. And like that's what's caused this transformation for you. And this could very well be leaking into the relationships you find yourself in life, or people who resonate with this journey of like self-worth, self-growth, like realizing that you matter. You're here for a reason, Aries. You're not just here as some human being living out your life until you die. No, you're here for a reason. Your energy is unique and it's needed. Okay? Very, very important to recognize that we are all unique fingerprints, timestamps, and expressions of the greater capital S spirit of the universe in which it comes down into its individual tendrils of souls in that which we call ourselves human, animated by a soul energy, some energy we cannot touch, but it's there. We recognize that we have a consciousness and it exists and it is here. So this butterfly card says it's time for a rebirth. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. That means the good, the bad, and the ugly, Aries. So to me, this says taking your whole totality of who you are, spearheading something that rings true to your soul, and having trust and faith that the people, places, and things are going to be here, that you are recognized for your brilliance, your value, your worth in this world. You are meant to be here. You are meant to be achieving something great. And it very well may just be whatever you achieve on the inside for your family on an energetic level, because that's actually freaking huge. You don't have to become the next Jeff Bezos or whatever the heck you think progress and success is. Success can literally mean changing a fundamental aspect about a wound that your family has carried, and you are the one who shifts it. Despite all the generations of trauma, pain, you are able to shift that trauma and that pain in your life. And that is huge, Aries. You need to give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you so much for being here. I really enjoyed this reading. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, a like, a share, a subscribe. Don't forget to check out my Instagram channel down in the description box below. And I will see you next time, okay, Aries? Bye. Okay, Taurus, hello. Welcome to my channel, the Dreaming Druid channel. Let me go ahead and shuffle you an animal oracle card. What animal energy does Taurus need to embody? You know what's funny is I was shuffling and literally I felt one card flip over, but I didn't see it. So I continued to shuffle until it came out. And what came out for you is the sea turtle protection. Very interesting. I want to split the deck and I'm going to look at these cards here, right here. This is what we're going to look like. All right. So Taurus, what you have here, the sea turtle protection. You are a master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Preserve and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. So the funny thing about turtles is they carry their home on their back. It's like you have recognized, Taurus, a part of you that isn't attached to what most people would consider home. It's kind of like, where do you sleep at night? Maybe your parents' home, maybe it's your childhood home, maybe it's where you lived for X amount of years, or maybe it's just where you sleep at night. I feel like, Taurus, you've graduated past that belief system and recognizing that your home is where the loved ones are at, and you have found the loved ones within yourself as well as outside of you as well in the most intimate relationships you find yourself in. This is where your home is the people that you love that are with you on this journey, because it's kind of like, you know who I'm talking about, because if you were to change journeys, if you were to just move places or whatever, the people that would go with you on that journey, those are the people who are your family. Those are the people you consider family, whether they're blood related or not. It's like you recognized your own soul, and that's where home is. You are always home, because existing is home to the soul, because all the soul is doing is experiencing. And so every experience is like, I'm home, I'm doing it, I've done it, I am doing it, it's been done, I'm already doing it, it's done. That's what the soul feels, is very much like we're here to experience a journey, whatever that journey looks like. And I feel like the more that you get into that flow, that alignment, the more it feels like all the puzzle pieces are just fitting together. Of course, there's little bumps in the road, but you know what? That is life. Because there's a difference between the ups and downs of life and being stuck on a karmic wheel to the point where you're bumping your head every time you come around because you haven't learned the lesson. I feel like, Taurus, you have learned the lesson of whatever karmic wheel you were stuck on. You're like, you know what, I'm done with this. We're going to make a different decision than what I've seen played out in maybe parents' roles or with just what you know to be true for yourself. You don't want to repeat some past experience that you've either gone through yourself or have seen other people go through. You're like, yeah, I don't want that. I want what I want, which is over here. And you know that what you want is in alignment with your soul. And I think that's what makes you different, Taurus, is because you can see what's in alignment with your soul one way or the other. You may be stubborn. Like, I know that, Taurus, you can be loyal to a fault, but it's like your loyalty can serve you as a blessing or a curse. Your loyalty is here to serve you in creating the convictions that you need to get into alignment with the things that resonate with you. What does resonate with you mean? That means the things that make you feel happy, whole, and complete. The things that make you feel like you're achieving something great. I'll tell you a little secret, Taurus, and I'm not telling the other signs this, by the way, so you get lucky. If you know me at all personally, you'll know that I can struggle with like getting on the computer and like checking social media and checking my emails. For some reason, that's very like difficult for me. But here's the thing is, even though I know that it's going to feel uncomfortable checking those emails, and I'm going to feel crunchy on the inside is how I would describe it. I know that making that move is going to help reduce the fear that's around checking emails overall, and it will actually point me in a positive direction for my future. So it's like, yes, checking emails regularly is actually important, especially when you take care of custom orders and run your own art business. It's like, it's time to actually make sure that that is getting done. So it's like, Taurus, what is it in your life that you know you need to do for yourself, even if it feels scary? But it's like, this is what is required to get it done. And the more that I actually move in this direction, the easier it will become and the better my life will be. That is like a recipe for success on any front. And of course, success looks differently to all of us. But here's the thing is, you can apply that to anything. So anyways, Taurus, let's go ahead and look into the rest of these cards. You have the peacock, the frog, and the white stag, which I find very funny. So let's go ahead into the peacock. This is about vibrancy. And this actually came up in Aries reading in their like past position. I'm doing a little bit of a different spread for you. I'm doing very intuitive spreads for each zodiac sign, just whatever is called for me to do. So the fact that the peacock came up, I feel like this is kind of the foundation in which is moving you forward in the areas that you want to move forward in, Taurus. So the peacock, vibrancy, you were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. So this to me is like, Taurus, you've done a certain level of like self-discovery in recognizing that you are important. You are important more than just like how much education you have, more important than how much money you make, like all these things, what's your title at work, whatever. All of these things are so superficial and trivial in comparison to the soul's growth in recognizing lessons of transformation and self-worth. I feel like that's a huge one for you, Taurus, is like self-worth. Because I keep seeing like, I don't want to say abusive parents, because not all of you have had abusive parents, but like there's been issues in your past that have made you question your self-worth. Whether this is from childhood or not is kind of like up to you to know the difference. I'm just here to tell you that your self-worth has been like under fire, and you are recognizing that your soul is where the home is at, love is where the home is at, and recognizing that you are one brilliant MF, okay? Like you are one brilliant human being, soul in a human body, Taurus, like, oh my gosh. So I feel like this recognition of self-worth is moving you forward into this like next phase of life, which I feel like you are you've already started, you are currently on the precipice, you've either started already, you're currently on the precipice of, or you are waiting, you are excited for the next phase and that hasn't quite happened yet. So you'll know exactly where you fall on that timeline. So the next card right here is the Frog, which is about prosperity. But before I go into reading this card, I just want to say, like, I feel like I need to explain what my idea of frog is. And frog is very like symbiotic, has a symbiotic relationship with nature, and is very like, their skin is super porous. Like if there's any pollution in the environment, a frog is going to like mutate on a physical level. They're one of the first lines of defense in recognizing when the environment is poisoned is frog, because you can see deformities within the frog. Taurus, I know that you're seen as like bullheaded and like an ox or whatever, just very like earth energy, stubborn, immovable. But I also feel like there's a part of you, there's a lot of you who feel also very like absorbent of your reality, of whatever situation you find yourself in. Of course, you can embody that ox energy of like, screw you, I'm going to do what I want and you can't stop me. But at the same time, I feel like you're a sensitive individual. I feel like you're Ferdinand in a china shop. You're trying not to break all the china around you because you recognize its worth. You're like, I need to like behave differently, whatever that looks like to you. So the frog in this card is about prosperity, which I absolutely love. So it says, let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. So yes, this is very much like, hop into this new day with joy. So when you wake up in the morning and your brain, by the way, is predispositioned to think negatively, if you can do everything you can to have positive thoughts throughout the day, like remind yourself to have positive thoughts, to be grateful for something throughout the day, you will feel more joyous as time goes on. Like you will feel more joy in your life. Just being grateful. Gratitude means being thankful for what you have, because if you didn't have, it would suck. Like, for me, the first thing that pops into my mind, which is so weird, is like, I'm grateful for paved roads, because if all roads were just mud trenches that we had to somehow drive our cars through, it would suck. Everything would be filthy. It's gross. So I'm actually thankful for pavement, you know, even though we kind of get a little crazy with it as human beings, paving too many things. But like, I'm grateful that roads are paved, because it makes traveling a hell of a lot more easy, in my opinion. So like, that gives you an example of what it means. This to me is like, continue to be grateful, continue to go forward, understand that abundance it's got your back. Okay. There are opportunities at hand. They are changing. You are changing. You are on that precipice. And that leads me into this next card, the White Stag, which is the Protector. Now this to me, I just heard like dead grandpa. I don't know if any of your grandparents are dead. I also heard great grandpa. So maybe you haven't even met this grandpa before, but he is your grandpa one way or the other. However many greats it takes for him to be your grandpa, he is your grandpa. And I feel like this is on the other side. Like this is a dead loved one. Okay. But definitely male energy. I definitely feel the male energy. So whether you know someone who's died or not, on the male energy side, I feel like this message is for you, in that you are here to make a change. You are here to do what is necessary to make that change, whether it's on a soul level, a spiritual level, a social level, a relationship level, a level with yourself, a financial level. Like I can keep going with however many layers of reality we actually experience with or without recognizing it. It's like this Spirit is wanting to tell you that they are there with you every step of the way. I just heard them say, go ahead. It's a little creepy, but I'm with you 24/7. Yes, 24/7, all that implies. And I hear them laughing. So they're kind of a jokester a little bit, that there's jokester energy here. And they want to apologize for any pain that they caused on earth, but they are here to reconcile that trauma and that pain by being your spirit guide, literally 24/7. They are your ancestors. So they say, pray, 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 which means asking spirit for help. You don't have to like, oh dear God, help me with this, whatever. You do whatever you want. But I also hear like, just say, Spirit, I need your help. It doesn't even have to be much, but you have to acknowledge and give permission. Otherwise, spirit can't intervene, because that's kind of the law of spirit, is like, we cannot intervene unless given permission, because free will is really important to us, because you have to make that decision. That's how lessons are learned, is if you have to make those decisions to learn those lessons. So let me finish by reading the rest of this card. You have the White Stag, Protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. That's a good way to connect, is going into nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. I just saw this thing of like, you're like planting the seeds, and little do you know that those seeds will grow into full-fledged plants themselves, creating fruit, in which each of those fruits has created hundreds of seeds. So it's like your 100 seeds have created millions, thousands, if not millions of seeds on their own. And whether you probably won't be alive to see the benefit that you've brought to this world. And so like, just look back on the beginning of this reading as far as like what it means to feel at home and to be in alignment with your soul. And that is the direction you are meant to take, Taurus. And I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and don't forget to check down in the comments below for my Instagram page. Go ahead and give me a like and a follow there. I love you so much, and until next time, Taurus, I will see you later. Bye. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and get into your animal oracle cards. And you know what's funny is like, I've been really getting some downloads and some messages for a lot of these zodiac signs, and you are definitely part of this group. Like, you are part of this group. Oh man, like, let's go ahead and just get into this right now. Okay, Gemini, your first card right here is the Wolf, the Pathfinder. And as soon as I touched this card, you want to know what I heard in my head? I heard Lone Wolf. I feel like there's been a section of your life, maybe a large section, but that you've been lone wolfing it for a long time. And it's like, here you are lone wolfing it. And I feel like, because wolves like to also be in packs, so I feel like you've been lone wolfing it, looking for your pack, but you're all right being the lone wolf. However, you would love to find your pack. That's what I heard. And so let's go ahead and read this. It says, Pathfinder, release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. So there's something about you, Gemini, that's very like, I want to say humanitarian in a way. Like, you have a lot of generosity about you, a lot of generosity, but it also has a limit. Like, you're only allowed to be generous to a point if you feel like you are sacrificing your integrity or your soul or anything that's like sapping away from you. You're like, nah, the boundary's there. However, I will be generous all the way up to that point of when it starts to drain me emotionally, mentally, and physically or spiritually. You're like, no. And that's when you lone wolf it, is when you feel like people take too much of your energy. So you have to be like, nope. And then you lone wolf it. But here's also another thing, is you're lone wolfing, I feel like, a career path. You are literally the Pathfinder. This is like, your destiny is not predetermined by any past experience in which you've had. So your destiny can look completely different than what you've experienced in the past, or what your family members have experienced in the past, any family karma that you've dealt with or have seen. None of that is your story. However, you might have lived through some of that, having some of it be your own story, but you are moving forward. Like what it says here, there will be challenges. Well, hello, how else are you supposed to forge a path by like going through those challenges, aka you're sharpening your intellect and your mind and your capability. That's you sharpening your machete, and now you're able to take that skill and chop through anything that would stand in your way to get to your destination. And so like the lone wolf part is very much like, you know that you're kind of soloing a journey right now, Gemini, and it's up to you. But here's the thing, is like, love is what endures, and that your secret gift is literally perseverance. So it's like, if love endures and your secret power is perseverance, doesn't that mean that what keeps you going forward is this deep love for life, this deep love for the universe, this deep love for spirit, this deep love for the people and places and things around you? I feel like there is this zest for life that you have, Gemini, that's just unmatched with anything else. And I just I get a little choked up thinking about it, because it's just like, wow, that's really powerful. And it's funny because the next card is literally the deer, and to me this is like predator, prey. I feel like these are the two sides of you, Gemini, because I know, here's the thing is I know Gemini can get a lot of flack for having split personality, or dual the twins or whatever. It's just like, oh, they're hot and they're cold, or they're this and they're that. It's like, you know what? Screw all that. We all have that within us. It's just how prominent is it? How much are you willing to admit that it exists? We all have a predator within us. We all have a prey within us. It's just how much are you willing to feed both sides? And I feel like, Gemini, you feed both sides. So you not only are you I'm getting it, I'm lone wolfing it, I know what this is about, and I'm just going to keep going until I get to my goal, literally sharpening my machete with my intellect and hacking through anything that would stand in my way. And then you have the deer, which would their mindset is shifted to the polar opposite. I just saw the yin and yang in my mind of what your masculine energy looks like, what your feminine energy looks like. And so that's what I mean by we all have two sides to us, is because we all have masculine energy, we have feminine energy. And if you don't understand what feminine energy is, I do have a video in, I think it was the last video that I made available in my channel. Go ahead and watch that. I will definitely make a video about masculine energy as well, but your feminine energy is the deer. So your masculine energy is wolf, your feminine energy is deer. And I find it funny that there's 2 deer and 3 birds on this card. Why birds? Where are they coming from? Hello? It says, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. So this to me is when you feel directionless, or you let the masculine energy take over a little too much, you lose sight of why. And the why is the love. The why is the gentleness. The why is the seeing the essence of all things on a quantum level that makes logic sense on a spiritual level, to be able to ground yourself in that reality of greater than just this human body, and seeing that that's where the love resides. That's why we continue to love even those that would be considered our enemies, and to move forward, because the deer makes friends with anybody that is willing, that's not a predator. And so it's you feel the split within yourself. And so if you ever feel depressed, dark down, that means that your feminine energy needs to be acknowledged more. That means recognizing that you heal with the power of love, that love is the answer, love is the key, and that being gentle with yourself rather than I gotta do this, getting mad at yourself for not achieving certain goals, whatever those may be. It really has to do with seeing the light in all things. What does that actually mean? That means seeing the soul essence of all things in order to see beyond the hot mess of whatever it is that you're looking at, to see the core essence of who they are, of what it is, of what they are. And that is soul energy. We all are connected on that level, and you can always love and appreciate on that level, Gemini. I just heard release grudges. I just heard release anything that you're holding a grudge against, no more grudges. So you take that as that resonates. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into these other cards. So you have the butterfly rebirth. So I feel like synergizing your both masculine and feminine energy through what I just talked about is causing this rebirth within you, Gemini. So it says you can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. There's that word love again. Very interesting. Love every part of your journey. That means the good, the bad, the ugly. It means seeing the light in all things, that all things exist for us, not to us, for us. Life is happening for us, not to us. And that recognition is helping you rebirth, whether you recognize it or not. This is what's happening, because here's the thing is not synergizing the male and female parts of yourself, the masculine and feminine energies, you're going to be too much into one or too much into the other, and it's going to cause you to kind of like explode or implode. But here's the thing is I feel like you've recognized that the only option you have is to come into balance with yourself, and that's causing a rebirth within you. And so it's kind of funny because you have these two cat cards here at the end, which I feel like is your end goal, your end result of this effort that you have been making and are continuing to make, is cat-like energy. But here's the thing is, you used to give more into the like domestic house cat, but now you're kind of like this cougar, like you're going to get them. So I'm going to read the cat energy, and I just want to say like this is where you were like going too hard into. That's why it's reversed. It was kind of like a blockage for you, and you've learned to transform that not into a completely different energy. It's still big, it's still cat energy, but now instead of being domestic house cat energy is big cat energy, and this is upright. So whatever energy is coming out in the cougar is kind of like where you're at or what you're about to embody that's going to take you forward into the future for the better. So like the blockage was kind of like this independent energy, very much like, I can do this, I don't need any help, blah, blah, blah. And you were actually pushing people out that could have been there to help you. Whether you realize it or not, it doesn't matter. So it says, okay, you are a natural healer. That's the second time I've heard healer. Like in the deer one, it says healer as well. So you are a natural healer. I feel like you were blocking that from yourself. You were blocking your own healing. You were blocking yourself from healing others. You didn't want to like get into that. You wanted to be seen as, I'm independent. I don't need no man, no woman to make my life right. Blah. But here's the thing is doing that was pushing people out that needed healing because you are a healer. And so if people need healing on the relationship level, if you've been shunned by relationships, then you're literally pushing those people out, even though you can help heal them with that. So it says also your intuition is strong. So I felt like for a while you were kind of ignoring your intuition. You don't have to go with the crowd. And here maybe you were going with the crowd a little bit. Life supports you in every way. I felt like you felt like life was kind of screwing you over in a way. And it's like, what? Come on, when am I going to catch my break? You know, and I feel like you've changed those energies to be all the positive aspects of the cat energy. You're a strong healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. So it's basically saying you need to follow your soul's desire in order to continue on the path that you're meant to be on, and trust that, guess what? Life is supporting you all the way. Like, you are not here to fail. You are here to win. You are here to win at life. So the big cat energy that you have embodied, Gemini, is being assertive. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. So I feel like this journey of like transformation and pain, I want to say pain, like it was very painful. Being independent is like, it has a blessing part of it for sure, but it also has a curse part of it. Being independent, you've got two cards of being super duper independent, you know, cats and lone wolves, but then you have two cards where there's like multiples of. So I feel like you are also meant to balance that in your life. You're not meant to be alone forever, but you're also not necessarily going to be surrounded by crowds and crowds and crowds and crowds and crowds of people. This could be very specific though. This could mean like your friend group, your family group, blah, blah, blah. Because if like you're part of social media and you have a great following, it's like, sure, you might have a lot of people following you, but you may feel only very close to a small few, and that's okay to live in both worlds. It's just, can you find the balance within yourself to let the people in that are meant to be there and to let the people go that are meant to be gone? Okay, so this is what this means with like in silence you find power, as in like you don't need to like boast out to the world how awesome you are. It's pretty inevitable. Like, it's pretty inevitable for people to see your true powerful essence. They just need to get to know you. They just need to see you existing in the world for a hot second. You know what I mean? So claiming your leadership role and taking action, you know where to go and what to do. So if you're questioning yourself on that level, it's like, you know, you're still probably in this process here, but I feel like a lot of you have overcome a lot of this and you're like, I'm ready to go. Okay. Like, I'm not some house cat playing chase. I am here to get the kill. I'm here to get my prey, get my kill. I'm here to win. And it's like not through the power of love. Like love is what has to be at the basis of everything because you are a healer. So if you deny love in your life on whatever aspect that means that you are shunning your healing ability as well. So you need to like synergize those two. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. So whatever it is that you need to succeed, whether it's emotional wounds, mental wounds, physical wounds, wounds on a relationship level, whatever, you have the courage and confidence to succeed. Okay, Gemini, like I feel like I'm just like preaching to the crowd here. Okay, the bottom of the deck is the sea otter, happiness. This is your future. Sea otters are also all about partnership. Like you are meant to be partnered up with someone for something, and it's gonna feel great. And it's just a matter of recognizing the two parts of you that need to synergize. You know, like you can be this independent, screw you, I don't need no person kind of person. But then again, are you shunning love? And if you're shunning love, you're shunning the essence of who you are, which is also healing to others. So allow people to come into your life and you will see the blessings of prosperity unfold like you already have been, just accelerated on other levels too. So Gemini, thank you so much for being here. Feel free to like and subscribe to my channel and to this video. And don't forget to check the drop down description box below for my Instagram link. And I will see you next time. Okay, Gemini? Bye. Hey, Cancer, let's go ahead and get into your card reading. I am doing the Animal Oracle deck. And you know, I keep hearing in my head, I keep hearing in my head that if you have any Gemini in your chart, or if you know what planet Gemini rules for you, or what house Gemini rules for you, I just heard to check the Gemini reading that I just did, that it applies to a few of you Cancers for sure. Very curious because I don't have any Gemini in my chart. I mean, everybody does to a certain extent, but I feel like, yeah, like Gemini feels like it resonates with some of you Cancers for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. So Cancer, I feel like you've been deep in your emotions. Like you've been feeling a lot of feelings recently, and I feel like I'm going to call you out right here, Cancer. I feel like you can kind of get lost in your own sea of emotions and get dragged down to the bottom of the ocean into the dark black abyss. And if you're not careful, it feels like you will never come out again. And so that's where I'm calling you out, is saying like, hey, you know, my moon is in Cancer, which the moon sign is all about your internal world and your emotions. So I resonate with Cancer's reading on an internal emotional level, which is where Cancer likes to live, is the internal emotional level. And it's like, does the world recognize how I feel on the inside? Am I being seen for who I am on the inside? That is like, I feel like kind of just like the life of a Cancer is figuring that out, or seeing whether or not what they need to do to like make that their life align with that. The humpback whale, the fact that it's upside down, is saying that this could be somewhat of a struggle for you or a blockage for you. Like there's a reason why it's upside down. And I'm curious because I feel like it's not necessarily a blockage for you. So let me go ahead and just like read this card to you and we'll analyze it from there. So the humpback whale is the singer card. It says, sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. So I feel like your intuition tells you what you need to know. Your soul tells you what you need to know. And what I know about the soul and just like who you are on the inside, the true you on the inside is a soul on the soul level. And that is connected to source, that is connected to God, that is connected to Great Spirit, that is connected to the essence of who you are, which is joy, which is love. And so if what you do out in the world does not reflect some essence of love, then what are you doing? That's what I want to say. What are you doing? Like, you can sing your song all day long, but if the essence of it isn't to create joy and love and lightness in other people's lives, then stop it. Then do that. You know what I mean? Like, stop holding yourself back. Or if you do sing, but it's not for the purpose of like, and when I say sing, it could be literal. It could be like just talking a lot or using your voice a lot or just the noise that comes out of your body. If it's not aligned with love, then what are you doing? Because here's the thing about the humpback whale is they are like the biggest mammals on planet Earth, okay? Like the fact that these mammals live in the ocean full time and they are the biggest ones in the entire Earth, it's incredible the depths that they can go. The ocean is their home. The ocean is most of the world. So I feel like Cancer, like you can get quite comfortable in the depths of your own emotions, but as long as your external expression of yourself is aligned with love as best as possible in every given moment of every day is going to help. I just heard getting alignment with the moon cycle. So if you're a Cancer on any level that you're watching this video and you don't pay attention to the moon signs, maybe you should. You know, new moons have everything to do with planting new seeds of beginning, because by the time the full moon comes around, you want to see the fruition of whatever seeds you planted the last new moon. So it's like a 2-week cycle, also I think a 6-month cycle. It's like the cycles are different in their own way, but new moons are always about planting new seeds, setting new intentions. So I heard that as far as being able to express yourself more fully on a full moon to the universe for what you want. And it better be based in love. That's what I keep hearing is like, Cancer, you know better. Base it in love, not ego, which is your identity, your status of your human conditioning, anything that would not be part of the soul. Like, what are you going to slough off when you die? You know what I mean? Like, then don't worry about that stuff. I mean, obviously, like, money is important to pay your bills and stuff. Don't get me wrong. However, what I'm talking about here is being able to align yourself with the things that make you feel like you're in the right place at the right time. And if you do something over and over again and it doesn't feel right, find an alternative. Don't just give up and quit. You should find an alternative. Okay, so let's go from the humpback whale. So that's what I feel. That's why I feel like the upside down energy is. It's kind of like, it could be better, but it's there. It's there. Like, that's who you are, Cancer. It's just like, I feel like for better or for worse. And right now it's kind of like, it's been a little spicy recently. I feel like with all the planetary movements and moon shifts that have been happening. So right now I feel like in order to hold yourself up better, the moose is what you need to rely on. And that's wisdom. So it says, let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. So this is where I feel like you want to express yourself, and that's why I keep giving you the warning of it better be in love. Express yourself. You have lots of wisdom. Like, a moose is literally the biggest deer, okay? Like, it's huge. It's the biggest. So like, that is your energy. But here's the thing, it's useless. A big moose is useless if it runs straight in head on into danger. Also, a moose is useless if it never comes out of the shadows and is hidden to the point where it's never gets seen. So finding a balance of being able to be seen but also go within yourself and replenish yourself, super, super important. That's what's going to help hold up this emotional depth that you have within you, because you have a lot of gifts to give. Like, this is about, I just saw a tree in my mind. So this is literally about digging down your roots so that you can reach to higher levels, because as deep as your roots go, the higher you can go. So if you feel like you're trying to reach a goal, you're trying to move on to the next level, you're like, why am I not graduating from this level? I'm ready to move on. Maybe it's time to actually recognize that your roots need to go a little deeper so that you can handle getting up a little higher. So that's what I mean. Like, if you feel stuck on the worldly plane, you need to go do some shadow work. If you've been in shadow work and you feel stuck and like, I can't heal anymore, I'm trying to heal more, but I just feel kind of like stagnant, stuck, apathetic, depressed, it means you need to start reaching out more, growing your roots, or not your roots, but your branches more. So if you've been down in the dirt, down in the groundedness, down in the healing, the soul healing, the inner child trauma, wound healing, all those things, healing your body, it's time to like, if you've done that a ton, then it's time to reach out and achieve on the outside with the new knowledge and wisdom that you've gained from healing yourself. But if you are feeling stuck out here, like I'm trying to achieve another level at work or make more money or move to a new place or whatever, you want to achieve something different on the physical level, and you just feel like you're blocking yourself, you just like, or not even blocking yourself, but you feel like you're just, it's like you're blocked every way, which way you go, then it's time to do that inner work. Look at your shadows, look at your wounds, look at it, and if you don't know how to do that, I'm sure there's plenty of videos on YouTube about shadow work and what that means. If you've never heard of Christina Lopes, her YouTube channel is amazing. I would definitely go into her channel and search like shadow work or inner child healing or whatever, and then like follow that, watch the video and then follow whatever instructions she gives you. That has helped me a ton. Like otherwise I wouldn't be here making this video right now if I like didn't find any healing through her videos. So I want to just say thank you to Christina Lopes, a big shout out from here. So for you Cancer, I would definitely look that up and take only what resonates, obviously. So this moves us into the next card, and you have the Unicorn. So this is literally like what you have to offer is so big, but it just depends on how deep you're willing to go in your own healing and how far you're willing to go out here. If you're like, I've already done so much healing, but I'm still stuck out here, well, you probably haven't done as much healing as you want to do. Like there's probably a part that you're still ignoring, that you're still afraid to look at, but exists and is still there. So like be real with yourself. I want to say Cancer. So the Unicorn, it says, you are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. See, that's that as above, so below kind of thing I'm talking about. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness to go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. And I feel like that's why you have these big animals here, is because you don't want to play small, Cancer. You want to play big. You're ready to go big. Like you want to make a big impact on this world. You want to make a big impression. You want to make it big in some form or fashion. You want it all, and that's perfectly fine. The universe is just showing you what you got to do. You've got to, embody your ability to express yourself with love, recognizing that you have wisdom. Wisdom is like in every single one of these cards, I swear. And the fact that also Spirit talks to you. And so it's about listening to that and actually following through with the guidance it gives you and checking in again with Spirit, because Spirit can give you some information a while ago for the questions that you asked. But here's the thing is, if some time has passed, circumstances can change, because that's kind of how reality works, is it's in a constant state of flux. It's in a constant state of change. It's just different cycles of change, So it's like continually ask questions, even if it's the same question to Spirit, to get the truth for what you need to do in that moment. Spirit, what do I need to focus on right now? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself, okay? Because you are here to embody both worlds. You're here to embody the hard world and the soft world, the physical world, the spiritual world. You are meant to have a foot in both worlds. And I also feel like you're here to have some sort of partnership with you in the process. Because except for the moose, every single one of these cards has two creatures in it. You got two unicorns, you got two humpback whales, you got two lions, and then the moose, which is the wisdom. So it's like you may hold your own place in the world of wisdom because your experience of reality is very unique to you. However, it's like being able to connect and relate to other people and allow that the infinite possibilities to transform your way of thinking, feeling, and moving through the world. Literally listening to your spirit guides, abandoning the darkness, being able to recognize that you are able to go beyond the ordinary to the extraordinary, using love as your fuel to move forward into creating the deep roots and going up high with your branches. Whichever one needs attention first, go ahead and do that. I mean, it's always a switching game, you know? So the Lion is about higher calling. You were meant for more. See, I got this feeling very much, also it's Aries as well. I got this feeling very much of like, you've been here at this level for so long that you're ready for like the next step, but what does that actually look like? Like, is this where you're going to be till the day you die? Probably not. Like, there's going to be another big transformation for your life, Cancer. Whether you want to admit it or not, it's going to happen. So this is like the universe trying to get you in alignment with what you need to do. It's like, it's going to pop you out the other side. It's just, have you done the work to make sure you land with your feet, both feet? So this is where you're at. You're preparing to be pooped out the other side by spirit to land on both feet. So if you're just like, and you like adopt a attitude of apathy, that's not love. This is like, do everything with love, make everything happen with love. Do you love your body enough to actually take care of it in the way that it needs? Do you stretch it? Do you exercise it? Do you give it the proper food, water, nutrition? Do you look in the mirror and say, I love you so much. Every part of you is sexy. Every part of you is loved. Every part of you is loved, Cancer. Every part of you is loved. And to me, this is what's going to take you into the higher calling. And let me go ahead and get into this. It says, higher calling. You have within you all the courage you need. That's the second time I've seen that. You have all the courage you need within you. At least that's the second time I'm hearing it in my head, is you have all the courage that you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. So this is saying to take your actions beyond just the self and recognize that the actions that you take affect the people around you. So it's not just making noble choices for yourself, but noble choices for those around you, in the way that's going to bring the highest good, because you are meant to accept a higher calling. And that means that you have to let go of the past and recognize your truth of reality. If you ask yourself at any point in the day, am I operating from a level of spirit? If Jesus was standing here right now, what would he say to me? If I were to die right now, what would I have to say about the situation? Literally asking yourself those big questions is going to help you with the petty, mundane shit that you have to deal with in everyday life, because you are meant to reach for higher, but it's about pulling yourself out of that muck, using your own wisdom and recognizing that you have infinite possibilities, Cancer, to reach your higher calling. It's just a matter of doing the work in a way that you haven't done before, but yet you have all of the tools necessary to make happen. Okay. Bottom of the deck, right before we go, is community. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. So this says, trusting in the universe, keep doing the good work. The good work. That doesn't mean low vibrational, fear-based decisions, gossip, jealousy, hate, envy, gluttony, whatever. Like, it's time to drop those and move into your higher calling, Cancer, okay? Thank you so much for being here. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. Very powerful, Cancer. I will see you next time. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button. Check the description box down below for my Instagram page. Give me a like and a follow there, and I will see you next time, okay, Cancer? Bye. Okay, Leo, let's go ahead and get into your animal oracle cards to see what will resonate for you in the month of October. All right, Spirit, what does Leo need to hear for the month of October? What animal energy does Leo need to embody for the month of October? Oh, okay. Well, let's get into it. Ooh, I see different energy already. All right. I see the elephant, the black bear, and the butterfly. And it's funny, definitely quite a few signs have already gotten the butterfly. So I feel like there are a lot of people under transformation right now. Leo, you are part of them. You are definitely part of the group, the crowd that is transforming right now, which is amazing, by the way, because it's so needed. So the fact that you have like big energy here, and then the butterfly, which is like such a sweet, light energy. And then the bottom of the deck is the giraffe, also a big animal, but we'll get into that later. So your first card here is the elephant. This is about greatness, Leo, which leave it to Leo to get the greatness card, right? So it says, love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. So to me, this is saying, if you feel like you've been struggling to succeed, then that path is not for you. If you've been struggling to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve, and you've been on this specific path and you've been trying and trying and trying and trying and trying, and it still doesn't work, it's not for you, because the fact that this says you will naturally and easily achieve success means picking and choosing the things that come naturally and come easy to you. Because to me, whatever comes naturally and easy to you, you have a talent in, you know. And of course, humans are predispositioned to feel natural and easy doing certain things, like, you know, taking naps or eating dinner, or, you know what I mean? Like getting a good night's sleep, or a good amount of sleep. Like, some things come naturally to all of us humans, but I'm talking like talents that you have. What comes naturally and easy? Follow that path and it will take you to your path of greatness. I'm not talking about apathy. I'm not talking about laziness. I'm not talking about, well, I'm really good at playing video games. Unless you feel a calling to make that happen, then do it. But it's about like what comes naturally and easily to you. You know, some people have an easier time having compassion for other people than some other people. So it's like, where do you find your talents are? That's where you need to focus your energy. Like, let's say you're really good at explaining things to people. Well, maybe that's where you should go. Or maybe you're really good at taking care of old people, or taking care of young people, or teaching classes, or public speaking, or you're really good at feeling intuitively what you're meant to do. Like, or maybe you're really good at speaking the truth. Like, it doesn't matter what your talent is in, as long as you recognize what your talent is in and then actually going for it, actually doing it, actually implementing that in your life, making sure that whatever endeavor you embark on is going to feed into the things that come naturally and easily for you, because that is how you're going to achieve success, Leo. So the fact that love is your strength is like the basis. This is kind of a message that's come out for a lot of the zodiac signs already, is love has got to be the basis of what you're doing and why you're doing it. Like, if you have a talent for speaking truth, but your truth is not grounded in love, then you're just being an asshole. Like, so that's what I mean, is like, if you're going to take care of children and that's your talent, make sure it's grounded in love. Otherwise, you might traumatize those children. You know what I mean? Like, or you can apply this to literally anything. So it's just a matter of making sure that whatever talent, skill, gift, ability that you have, Leo, is grounded in love when you make those movements forward. The fact that the elephant, what is it? Lord Ganesh is an Indian god, one of the Indian gods, that is also known for breaking through barriers, breaking through obstacles. So it's like, if you've been blocked by anything on any level, Lord Ganesh is who you call upon to break through those barriers. That is what the elephant represents, is not only wisdom, but power in that wisdom, in being able to bust through whatever holds you back, because nothing can stand in your way. Okay, you're a freaking elephant. That's like the biggest land mammal on the whole planet Earth. So it's like, yeah, nothing can stand in your way. Literally, the second biggest land animal on planet Earth is the grizzly bear. But right now you have the black bear, but we'll get into that. So The elephant, this, I'm going to read it again. I feel like you need to hear it again. So it says, love is your strength. Leadership is your path. You're supposed to lead something, Leo. You are supposed to be the boss of, the head of something. You're not just supposed to be a pacifist or an employee or whatever. You were meant to like run your own business. Okay? Like, if you're scared of that in a good way, maybe you should reach out to your family and friends to see if anybody has any resources or connections to resources to make your dreams come true. Like, you are meant to run a business. Like, that's what I want to say. You're supposed to run something, Leo. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. To me, that's what makes a great leader, is the fact that you're able to move with love and wisdom, because who doesn't want that as their leader? Who doesn't want that as their boss? Everybody dreams of a boss. A dream boss would be somebody who does things out of love and wisdom. You know what I mean? Like, not pettiness and stupidity, which I feel like is unfortunately plaguing a lot of managerial positions right now, is like a lot of people who don't understand how to operate from the place of love and wisdom, which you do, Leo. You do. You know how to do that. You can overcome any problem. So to me, this is like, you feel like you can't because of XYZ problem, you can figure it out. If you can't figure it out, you can get somebody to help you figure it out. That's the beauty of you, Leo, is you are very good at rallying up the troops to come help you in whatever endeavor you wish to seek, Leo. So rally the troops in finding the path in which you belong. For a lot of you, for some of you, you will naturally and easily achieve success. So I already talked about that, and to me it's very like you're just busting through any obstacle that you see is in your way right now, with love, understanding that you are a leader. Okay. And now we're going to get into this black bear, the guardian. This is the guardian card. So black bears are not as big as grizzly bears. However, they're still bears and still not to be messed with. However, black bears are the most gentle of bears. So this is what this card says. It says, gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken intuition and guide me. So the fact that there's like a mama bear looking over her cub, to me says that you are either meant to like care for those who are in a more vulnerable state than you, which would be like old people or children. And when I say old people, I'm talking like people who not able to take care of themselves, which would be the extreme elderly and also very young babies and children. Also, this could be very much about referring to parts of yourself, Leo, as far as like those parts of you that are vulnerable, that need nurturing. Be there for yourself. Protect yourself as if you were your own mama bear. Okay, so if somebody hurts you or does something wrong to you, what would a mama bear do and say? You got to protect yourself on that level too. Okay. The fact that it's very much like gentle and wise, and this sounds like it's a prayer card. So it's like, gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. I hear spirit saying, tell them to ask me for help. Ask spirit for help. Ask your guides for help. Ask God for help. Ask your ancestors for help. Ask whatever it is you pray to that is a higher power, your higher self. Ask for help. Ask for guidance. Ask for a sign. I just heard ask for feathers. Ask for butterflies. Ask for hummingbirds. You know, like ask for these signs and symbols to pop up. Coins, I just heard as well, like coins. You know, allow yourself to move forward and protect those who are vulnerable with gentleness and wisdom. The fact that you have wisdom in 2 cards already is pretty incredible to me, Leo. And the last card is Butterfly, Rebirth. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. The fact that so many zodiac signs have come out with a rebirth, I feel like a lot of people on the planet Earth right now are shifting. I know that in this October 2023, we have 2 eclipses, and that's pretty powerful to happen in 1 month. So a lot of people are going through transformations. For me, this is about you recognizing what needs to be protected and protecting it, standing up for yourself, being your own best friend, taking charge, pushing forward in the places, with the people, places, and things that you know you're meant to do and be. And this is going to cause a transformation. You can reinvent yourself. You don't have to be where you're at right now. Like, you can transform that for the better. It's just a matter of recognizing the parts of you that need to be nurtured still, asking for help, implore others to help you. Okay? Like, you have brilliance that you need to share with the world. And so don't hold yourself back out of fear. Literally, it's about loving every part of your journey, which means recognizing that both the pleasurable and painful parts of your life all served a purpose in which brought you to where you're at today. And that all has value in its own way. So the bottom of the deck energy is the Giraffe card, which is about visionary. So this is about seeing above and beyond the crowd, above and beyond most people. It's like raising your vibration, raising your vision to be able to see the possibilities, to see where your greatness lies, to see what needs to be nurtured to make that happen. So it says, rise above earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path, stand tall in your self-worth, and love with a big heart. And the fact that I'm pretty sure that elephants have one of the biggest hearts in the world, short of the humpback whale. So it's like big hearts. You have a big heart. Literally seeing that your value lies in your capacity to love. And if you are able to love, then like all is well in the world, you know? And if you are unable to love, start with loving yourself, because all parts of your journey deserve love. Even the painful parts, they deserve love. Not saying that you got to love people who wronged you. I'm just saying you who were damaged in those hard parts of your life, love yourself through those hard parts anyways, and continue to move forward. Like, this is literally about raising your vibration, raising yourself up through self-worth, and being able to see the path below you and say, oh, I see where I need to go. Because guess what? You will naturally and easily achieve success. So of course, it's just a matter of like raising your head, looking down from a higher perspective, and then seeing the path. So right now it's like, if you are stuck down here, I just saw this like horse card peek, but it's upside down, the freedom card. So to me, it's like your goal for freedom is very noble, but it needs to be based in love, not fear. Not I'm running away from things that scare me so that I can feel more comfortable. It's more of I need to learn how to love myself and move forward in a way that brings me freedom and joy. And that's where you need to come from, Leo. So I hope that these messages helped. I hope they resonated with you. Some of you or all of you. Leave me a comment below. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button. Check the description box below for my Instagram link. If you aren't following me there, you should definitely follow me there. And I will see you next time, okay, Leo? Bye. Okay, Virgo, let's go ahead and get into your animal oracle cards. Today we are going to see what energy comes out from the animal oracle deck for you, my lovely Virgos. Okay, Spirit, what does Virgo need to hear for the month of October? What animal energy do they need to embody for the month of October? I feel like I need to shuffle again. All right. I feel like it needs to be these cards. Okay. All right, Virgo, I just flipped over the bottom of the deck and it's the butterfly, which is the rebirth card. However, it's in reverse. So to me, this is saying like you're kind of blocking your own, you are blocking your own transformation on some level, whether this is an emotional transformation, physical transformation, monetary transformation, whatever transformation you are meant to have. I just heard like you're being distracted by the wrong type of transformation, that this transformation needs to be on a different level for you, Virgo. So very interesting. I'm going to read this card to you just so that you can hear it. And also we can talk about like how that would apply in the reverse section. So it says, you can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. So to me, this is saying that you aren't loving every part of your journey. You're either loving parts and hating parts, but I feel like you're focusing on the parts that have slowed you down or hindered you. I feel like you're hating the parts that you feel have hindered you all this time. But here's the thing is like, you have brilliance to share with this world, but I feel like you don't, because of the things that have happened to you in the past that have slowed you down from what you think you need to be or who you thought you were going to be. And it's like, who you are is who you are. And it's like, that is existing in every moment of every day. It's like the past doesn't exist anymore. The future doesn't exist anymore, as far as like it only being a thought in the mind, and the past, there is some resonance, there is some like reverberation of past traumas in the body, but beyond that, it doesn't exist anymore. So it's like, how much are you going to replay it and re-traumatize yourself before you recognize that you need to grow up, you need to learn your lessons, you need to move forward, you need to see that you have brilliance to offer, and then you need to actually do what it takes to offer that to the world. Open to the rewards of change. I feel like there's a resistance to change to the point where you don't want change. You don't want things to change. You're uncomfortable with change. However, change is where the gold lies. And it's a matter of allowing yourself to reinvent yourself. Go through a change of mindset, how you see the world, how you see certain people, how you see yourself. You need to reinvent the way you see the people, places, and things around you in order to open to the rewards of change, which allows your brilliance to come through. That's what I really feel for you, Virgo. So let's go ahead and reveal these cards here and see what you got. All right, we have 3 upside down and 2 upright. So the upside down here, I just want to acknowledge this part right away. What I feel like is this is what you've been working on. And now it's time to actually work on these 2 energies. So it's like you've been doing this. This is kind of like past energy, or like energy that needs to kind of like, it's like acknowledge that you've gone through this and that you embody this energy, but don't let it be your focus anymore because you've already put so much time and attention towards it. Now it's time to put time and attention towards these aspects of energy, which we will get into. So let me just clarify with you these past energies. So tell me if you resonate with this or not. Like, I feel like you, Leo, you have at one point believed these things about yourself. Did I say Leo? I mean Virgo. For some reason, I just had Leo pop into my head. So if I've been saying Leo this whole time, know that I mean Virgo, because Virgo, I'm talking to you. This is your reading, Virgo. This is definitely a Virgo reading, because I see these creatures here that live in the mountains, and I feel like you have something to do with like stones, rocks, mountains. You need to be around more earth energy, ground yourself, get back into the earth. I feel like you've embodied this lone wolf energy of like, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to forge my own path. And here we have the Pathfinder. It says, release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. This is your truth, Virgo, that you have been living in, whether you recognize it or not. The second one is Cougar, assertive. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. Know where to go and what to do. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. The eagle is mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. The other way that I would interpret this reading is that this energy here is either some energy that you've been trying to embody or have embodied in the past, or it's energy that you are moving forward into the future. And this is future, not past. And this is what you're in right now. This could be completely flipped. I feel like this reading is completely flipped on me as I read these cards. And so to me, that means that some of you will have recognized this power within you. I guess it kind of depends on where you're at in your life's journey, but you may have realized that you need to find your own path and be assertive about what that means, and then master the craft and skill it takes to go on a particular path. And I also just heard, like, you need to know how to find that path if you're confused about that path. So you're either embodying this journey already, or you're about to embody this journey, and this is what you're focusing on currently, and it needs to transform in a way. So the first one is elk, nobility. It says, celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. That means it doesn't matter what life throws at you, Virgo, you're able to overcome. And I feel like you're able to overcome this with your capacity to love and to persevere in that love. The next card you have is hummingbird, miracles. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. I feel like this is like your crowning glory right now, is like the hummingbird, and how I feel like you've been grounded in this like big energy of like big wolf energy with big cat energy with big eagle bird energy. It's like you've got the trio here of big energy. You know, all we're missing is bear. And bear was actually in Leo's reading, kind of funny. But you also have elk, which is a deer. So it's like you have predator animals here, and you have prey animals here. So I find that very interesting, of like, kind of also what was in Gemini's reading of like masculine energy versus feminine energy. And your feminine energy is very much the elk, which is nobility, and the hummingbird, which is the miracles, the joy, the happiness. Every time I see hummingbird, I really feel like it's ancestors trying to communicate with you. It's your dead relatives trying to communicate with you. It's your higher self trying to communicate, or angels trying to communicate with you. Also, it's very much like hummingbirds drink from the nectar of each flower. Each flower is the pinnacle expression of every single plant in order to reproduce and create more of its kind to exist on this planet. So it is like, in a way, the ultimate expression of joy, of openness, of expression, of fragrance, of beauty, of love. And that is what the hummingbird represents, is going from that point to that point to that point as its modality of survival in nature, of going from flower to flower. And that is what it is asking of you on a spiritual level, of going from what makes you feel like the closest to joy and doing that, and moving from one joyous activity to another. And I feel like you've been too busy repressing your emotions in order to feel joy. Not necessarily feel joy, but more like not feel miserable, maybe some sort of happiness or content or relaxation or relief from from the world's traumas, the world's agony, your own traumas, your own agony, maybe the traumas and agonies of people around you. I feel like you're feeling the weight of it, and you've been feeling the weight of it for a while, and it's time to transform from that. It's time to recognize that you have the power. You've got this big D energy here with all these big, powerful animals. And then the tiny little hummingbird right here at the top. So this is like, the hummingbird is like literally the energy that you are meant to embody right now, because you have plenty of the rest of the stuff. And it's just a matter of finding the things that make you feel joy and doing that in a sense of bringing stability and prosperity to your whole life and existence. Okay? Virgo, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much for showing up and watching this reading all the way through. Feel free to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, share with anybody you feel like would benefit from this, and don't forget to follow my Instagram page down in the comment section below, and I will see you next time. Okay, Virgo? Bye. Hello, Libra, my lovely Libras. Let's go ahead and shuffle these animal oracle cards for you. Libra, what is going to be the most useful for you? Let's find out. Let me give this a quick shuffle here. I've already shuffled off camera for a little bit. I just like to do it on camera as well sometimes. For my lovely Libras, what animal energy do my lovely Libras, whoa, that one flew out, need to embody? What energy does Libra need to embody? There's definitely going to be changes and transformations. Now, whether this is happening on the inside or the outside of you, that's going to be up to each individual. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the horse, which is about freedom, and it's upside down. So we'll get into that here in a second. So the one card that really wanted to come out is this Black Jaguar card. Beautiful card. I absolutely love Black Jaguars. I think they're just magnificent creatures. This card is saying that you are an old soul, Libra. I think you've been to Earth. Your soul's been to Earth a few times at least. This card says, walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. So Libra, may I ask you the question of, what do you dream about? What are your dreams? If you could have a genie in a bottle and it would make you 3 wishes, what would it be? Now, if you say, I wish for 1,000,000 wishes, what is that telling you? That is telling you that you want to have the freedom of choice in your life. If you wish for $1 million or a bunch of money, what is that saying? You want financial freedom. So think about the wish that you're making and think about the root of that wish. Something else that I know about this Black Jaguar, and before I get into that, my heart just jumped because I have never noticed this on this card, but this little black circle in the background, I don't know if you can see that, is a solar eclipse. And around that solar eclipse is called the Ring of Fire. And it's one of the most powerful things we can see in the sky. And here's the thing though, is eclipse energy lasts, yes, for that month and that time period, but also for 6 months, like minimum 6 months. And I keep hearing 2 years, like 2 years also is like when things are really gonna start picking up and changing in your life. I'm not sure what that means, so come back and let me know in 2 years' time how your life is different from when you're watching this video. I'd be very curious to see how your life changes in the next 2 years. This is the beginning for something amazing happening in your life, some sort of transition, some sort of change. Now, what I was going to say previously about the Jaguar, what especially the Black Jaguar, what that represents is also shadow work. Because think about it, the Jaguar hunts at night in the darkness. Also, the Jaguar, like, you don't know if a Jaguar, I mean, if it could hunt any time of day, like daytime, nighttime. But here's the thing is, if a Jaguar is hunting for you, you don't know it until it's too late. And that's kind of how like dark energy can be in our lives, is we don't realize that it's a problem until it's taking us down. And then we're like, oh, like you knew it was a problem, like you knew it was a possibility, but like the weight and brevity of the issue of whatever dark energy or entity, for some reason, some of you have some dark energy following you around, some dark like entity, some dark energy, some just shadows. something to heal in your life. It's time to let that stuff go. It's time to let that stuff be seen. I keep thinking of that movie, what is it called? Like Apocalyptica or Apocalyptic or Apocalyptico or something like that. But anyway, it was about like ancient, Aztec, Mayan times, and literally about like blood sacrifices on top of those like ancient pyramids. And the only reason why we're following this native main character, the only reason why he didn't get sacrificed is because in that moment, a solar eclipse happened, and literally the moon covered the sun so perfectly that it made everyone stop. And it was like, oh, it's a sign, it's a sign. So he like was able to escape in that moment. So to me, it's like, I just hear some of you saying, well, I've already dealt with my demons, like I'm good. But here's the thing is, like I said, you don't realize that you're dealing with darker energy or shadow energy or things that are hidden to your everyday consciousness until it's too late and it's already done its damage. So think about what has been damaged in your life. What is causing damage in your life? It could be you causing damage in your life. It could be the relationships that you find yourself in. It could be the way that you react emotionally. It could be the fact that you don't have enough emotions and you don't connect with people on an emotional level. It could be literally your physical reality getting wrecked, like something in your house getting wrecked. But how do you handle that? Is it with fear, worry, and doubt, or is it with a cool, calm, collected, analytical mindset of like, how do we solve this problem? It's like, I'm hearing take the emotion out of the issue and just deal with the issue, whatever that is. Especially if it's your own emotions, because like if you're coming at people with a lot of fire and emotions, is that actually getting you anywhere? And then for those that are kind of on the opposite spectrum of like not having enough emotions, how much of your life do you want to miss out on because you're too afraid of your own emotions? You're too afraid to cry. You're too afraid to deal with depth. You're too afraid to even see other people cry. It's like, it's uncomfortable. I'm just going to change the subject. I'm going to walk away. I'm just going to conveniently have somewhere else to be at that moment. It's like, it's time to really look at the things that make you feel uncomfortable and not turn away. Look them in the eyes. Look them straight in the soul, look them straight in the heart. I just saw, like in my mind, somebody looking in the mirror and looking themselves in the eyes. How many of you have, that's called mirror work, by the way. It's an actual therapeutic method you can do where you look at yourself deeply in the eyes and you stay there even though it feels uncomfortable, and you'll be surprised the things that come out, the memories that come out, the emotions that come out. When I first did it, it was like hate, anger, and pain. And then I cried because I saw like my inner child. I saw myself as a young kid again. And like I cried because I was treating myself. I didn't even realize this is very personal. I don't know why I'm sharing it, but I'm going to share it with you, Libra. I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to level with you here for a second. I realized that I was treating myself like how the adults treated me when I was a child, basically like crap. And so I realized like I need to treat myself the way I wish I was treated when I was a kid. And so that really helped heal a lot of stuff in my heart and in my mind and in my emotions. And all I did was stare at myself in the mirror for like 30 minutes. You know, it's like incredible things can happen when you do that. So for some of you, I feel like if you feel scared to do that, that means you should do it. If you're like, oh yeah, I do that all the time, perfect. But most people are actually too afraid to stare at themselves in the mirror, especially completely naked. Like most people can't even like look at themselves in the mirror completely naked. So look at yourself in the mirror, in the eyes deeply, and preferably completely naked, and learn to love yourself. Learn to see yourself. Learn to not be ashamed of who you are. Okay, darkness and all, okay? So let's get back to this card here. When it says you can create your dreams, focus on what you really want. This is also saying you have an incredible, powerful force within you to be able to create whatever you want. And I feel like the only thing that's holding you back is some sort of shadow, some sort of pain, some sort of unhealed wound. And it's going to be different for each one of you. So please take what I'm saying and apply it to your specific story of what I'm talking about. So don't hold yourself back. Now, I'm really curious to see what these cards have to say. We have a lot here, so I'm just going to go through them story-wise. But before I do this, I really feel called to like tap into this reverse energy of the horse, which has to do with freedom. So it says, horse, freedom, your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. Again, with those dreams happening again, but the fact that it's reversed is saying like, this energy feels kind of blocked to me. So it's like, does your heart feel pure and free? Do you feel free? Do you feel like you have the stamina? Do you feel like you have what it takes to make your dreams come true? Do you even know what your dreams are? I think this is why this is reversed, because it's like asking for you to have greater vision of that. So yeah, the humpback whale is asking for being able to like go into the depths of who you are, because the humpback whales can dive deeper than anything else, you know, like they are the biggest mammals on planet Earth. They are huge and they have a very specific song that they sing. So this is about like expressing your uniqueness, expressing yourself, exploring those depths, Libra. Don't be afraid to explore those depths and connect with the wisdom that you know that you have within you, because you're an old soul. The fact that you've been here before. This Jaguar card is the old soul, and so is the Moose card, by the way. It literally says, let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. So this is very much about like, allow yourself to embody more layers of reality than just a couple. Like you can be very analytical, very mind-based, very knowledge-based, very much like, what are the facts? What are the figures? But how does that tie into more esoteric ways of being, more emotional ways of being, more spiritually based ways of being? Like, how can you tie all those things together? How can you be grounded on this physical plane and yet be able to explore more of the ethereal realms of like hopes and dreams and spirit? So that's something to think about. And then you have another card here. It's the pronghorn. So it's about taking action, and the fact that you have the swiftness and the confidence and the talents to do what you want to do. The fact, I just go back to this Jaguar card saying that you have the power to do what you want to do. It's just a matter of taking those faculties in which you have and I implore you to focus that onto what your hopes and dreams actually are. And then we have the squirrel, always prepared. So to me, this is like very much about you have what it, again, it's just, you have what it takes. You have what it takes, Libra, to make it happen. So I feel like reading this one. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. So there's that like balancing of two worlds again. You're cheerful and fun. You have cheerful and fun disposition, and it is a blessing to everyone. So you are a blessing to everyone. Never feel like you're a burden to anybody. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future, and life will give you all you need. So to me, this is like, I feel like you have some sense of a dream. And if you don't, that's your homework from this reading and for the month of October. But if you have this like, oh, I have this dream, but it seems so far-fetched. No, the universe is saying no, like you have what it takes. It's just a matter of balancing your energies, balancing your world, getting yourself grounded, but also being able to reach for the stars and connect with your dreams and be able to really like use every faculty that you have at your disposal to make your dreams come true. The squirrel is always prepared. They literally spend their entire lives preparing for the next moments. So it's like, be prepared, but don't let that be something that like takes you out of balance, because it's about being real with yourself. Like, what does it mean to be grounded? That means being able to realize that, okay, you know, it costs X amount of money to pay rent. I'm going to have to at least make that much money for food and rent and gas and whatever. So it's like, yeah, there are certain rules that we have to follow. Like, we have to pay our taxes. We can't just evade that unless you are the kind of person that evades taxes, but that's a whole nother thing I'm not going to talk about here. So it's like, there are things that you have to do to live in this reality. However, that's not all there is on this planet Earth. There is more to our existence. on this planet Earth than that. So it's like, yes, being able to be that part of that, do what you need to do to survive, but then also do what you need to do to thrive as well. That's really important. And then the last two cards is personal choice and the hawk, which is the messenger. So to me, this is saying the hawk is about messengers. So like listening to things that help give you guidance, like watching this reading right now, that is basically what that is. Paying attention to signs and synchronicities from the universe, from spirit. If you find feathers on the ground, if you have a passed down loved one, I know that a lot of the times they like to appear as dragonflies, butterflies, hummingbirds, birds, feathers, coins, tons of little things. And you can ask spirit, say, hey, spirit, show me a sign, bring me coins, and you can be specific. I did quarters, like I'm like pennies, nickels, dimes, whatever. I want quarters, like spirit. I want to see quarters. I want to find quarters. To me, this is saying, ask spirit for a message and the message will be delivered to you in the way that you specifically ask. Another thing I asked was like, give me a sign, spirit, that you're talking to me or that I need to pay attention by showing me a pink elephant. And you would not believe like the places that I have seen pink elephants on the most random things, like a beer can, somebody's t-shirt, a bumper sticker, like literally so random. So you can be specific like that and then allow that faith and that patience for it to arrive. Don't be like looking around like, oh gosh, is it gonna show up? Just trust and let go. And then next thing you know, it'll be in your face. So, and the fact that this is next to personal choice is literally what I'm talking about. Is it's your personal choice on how you want to communicate with spirit, how you want the messages for how to connect with more ethereal realm to show up in your life. Or if you need help being grounded, ask for spirit for help in that area of like, show me how to be grounded. Like, dear spirit, please show me how to be grounded. Show me in the sign of a feather on the ground or whatever. You be specific on that. So thank you so much, Libra, for being here. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. I hope that you got some sense of goodness out of it and usefulness out of it. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your personal journey of what I'm talking about here, as well as share this video if you know any other Libras that could use this message. Also in my description box below, I have a link to my Instagram account, so go ahead and give me a follow and a like there. I love you so much, and I will see you next time. Okay, Libra? Bye. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and clicking on your reading. Of course, like I said in the beginning, this is for your sun sign, your rising sign, or your moon sign, whatever planetary position you are watching this zodiac sign reading for, it will apply to you. So, Scorpio, let's see what the animal oracle cards have to say for you. I feel like I need to keep this one. This is going to be the animal energy that you need to embody to make your dreams come true, to make success happen in your life, to take you in the right direction, to give you that hope, that comfort, that guidance, whatever it is you're seeking or looking for. This is it. This is going to help you with it so much. So let's go ahead and get a few more cards here for my lovely Scorpios. Give it a few more shuffles here. Okay, I feel like I need to stop right there. Draw a couple cards. All right, let's see what we got. Interesting. Okay, well, this was upside down. I feel like it needs to stay that way. So you have the white stag, the lynx, and the butterfly reversed, which we'll talk about. And then I'm curious on what's on the bottom of the deck here. And also, since I split it in half, the bottom of the deck here. Okay, this was also reversed, so I'm going to keep it like that. Okay, what I get immediately is as soon as I saw this white stag, and this doesn't happen every time. This happens very infrequently when I see the white stag. I immediately thought Narnia. So for those who like to read books, you're being called to get back into that again. If you have lost touch with reading books, it's time to like get lost in a fantasy world. I heard for some of you, it's like, get lost in the fantasy world of what is actually touching on reality. Whatever that means, I'm not quite sure. I feel like in every fantasy story, there is a through line of truth that needs to be embodied by you, Scorpio, whatever that means. I feel like you used to enjoy getting lost in your imagination as a kid. And I feel like that part of you is kind of like, I don't want to say lost, because it's not like you've lost it. It's more of like life so far has kind of like drowned that part of you out. And so what I'm hearing is that it's time to like reinvigorate that part, that essence of you, that part of you again, is that fun, loving, lighthearted imagination. And I just heard, because you're going to need it. And it's like, okay, what does that mean? I'm curious. So let's go ahead and read this card. What does the white stag mean? It means the protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful forces within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. And that, to me, my friend, tells me that your ability to connect with the imagination world, to connect with your imagination, is actually a portal to the spirit world. It's a portal to your intuition. It's a portal to higher dimensions of reality. It's a portal to the dream reality. It's a portal to other dimensions of reality. So to me, this is saying allowing yourself to connect with nature. When I hear connect with nature, what does that mean? That means feeling free enough to imagine, like, when you're talking to a tree, that tree is actually alive and that tree can actually hear you. Or maybe like pretend that there are fairies about and see like like if you're on a hike, be like, okay, if I'm on a hike, like where would a fairy be? You know what I mean? Like connecting with the essence of nature is being able to connect with the soul of the planet itself. And that in and of itself takes a certain level of imagination, because it's a reality. It's just such a like fine level of energy that our three-dimensional bodies of like being grounded, being human, paying our taxes, all these things of like such a humanness can completely stomp all over nature. And nature has this like magical essence about it if you just pay attention long enough to see the sparkling of the dew in the morning, or the crisp air of, I just saw like when it's snowing, or when it has snowed, fresh snow, and then the morning comes and like the sunshine comes through and you can see just the snow sparkle. Like I'm just seeing like little bits of magic everywhere you go, and being able to see it and connect with it and allow it to I just heard the word titillate, like titillate the senses, titillate the imagination. And that's how you're going to connect to spirit. That's how you're going to allow yourself to open up and receive downloads from spirit, is being able to allow yourself to go into those realms of fantasy and imagination more so than just being stuck in the mundane world of three-dimensional human societal reality. So that's what I'm feeling very much. And I feel like you are very much protected by spirit. Like I feel that there's this energy around you. I feel like it's mostly male energy. It could be female for some of you, but very strong energy of like, I'm here to be your guide. I'm here to help you. And I feel that some of you, very small amount of you, have a guardian angel, but it's like an angel on earth. And I'm not quite sure what that means. Some of you have angels that are like purpose, like they are like assigned to you specifically. So it's like you have this army of angels that go with you through life. And that doesn't mean you're not going to like suffer or make mistakes, because this is Earth School. We're here to learn. However, they are there to keep you from falling off the cliff. Again, I see Narnia in my mind, and there's this scene, I completely forgot about it. I mean, I've read these books when I was like 12. That was a long time ago. But these scenes that I'm remembering is like, there's a point, I don't remember which character it was, but they were walking in the darkness, and then Aslan, the big lion thing, shows up and is like walking alongside this character, and they're talking, and it's like kind of a dark moment in the books, and Little did the character know that Aslan was actually keeping them from falling off the side of a cliff to their own doom. So it's like you're being protected in ways you don't even realize, but it's keeping you like alive. It's keeping you from falling off the cliff into your own demise. So I feel that really strongly with this. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. So that means connecting with the most essence part of you. That means going beyond, past the ego sense of self, going past the human conditioning, going past, the identity that we tend to get really comfortable with like, I'm a this, I'm a that. Like labels and identity is fine. However, being able to recognize that you exist beyond any label or identity. And that's the part that's your intuition lives. It's in the soul essence part of you that you can connect to beyond any labels, human conditioning, and all that stuff. So that's what I'm feeling really strongly for you. See, awaken to the powerful force within you. That's what I'm talking about. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. So literally whatever it is that you bring out into this world is going to create this incredible ripple effect that's going to affect people in a positive way. And that I just saw in my mind, like, those trajectories of like, if you blast a rocket into space and you're 1 degree off, when it lands way over here, it's going to be way off trajectory. But I'm seeing this in like, you're helping bump people. You're helping like bump people to have a positive trajectory, and by the time enough time passes, they're going to be way over here, which is a blessing compared to where they would have been. And that's what I'm seeing for you, Scorpio, is like, that is who you are. That is what you're meant to do. That is why you're here. Whether you realize it or not, you just can't help it. But this reading is here to help you like wake up to that part of you and embody it. Now, the next card is very interesting. I feel like it's the Lynx, and this is the Keeper of Secrets. Now, I feel like this very much connects to the magic part of you that I'm talking about, the intuition part of you that I'm talking about, the soul essence of you that I'm talking about. I feel like Spirit wants to speak to you in the essence mode, like the truth that goes beyond anything that we've ever been taught. Very interesting. So it says, take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. There's that intuition again. You see others' secrets and you keep them sacred. Be silent, and in solitude you will find your strength. So I feel like a lot of you have people that come to you and just like share their secrets with you. And you notice how it says, keep other people's secret. Keep people's secrets sacred, not like don't keep it a secret. It's you're keeping their secrets sacred. It's like you are a safe haven for people to be able to lay down their baggage and expose the most vulnerable parts of themselves that they have not shared with anybody else before. And if you betray that, which I don't feel like you would, Scorpio, because I feel like out of all the zodiac signs, I feel like Scorpio, you can keep a secret. You can keep a secret. But this isn't like dirty secrets or anything like that. This is literally like people exposing the most vulnerable parts of themselves to you, and you being able to hold space for that. Be a witness to that. Allow them to be there and not judge, just allow that space to be there for that person. But that comes through allowing that space for yourself too. And this is why it's saying, take time out to be the observer, have some solitude. So if you've been running around, involving yourself with a ton of people, places, and things, if you have children and blah, 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 and I know your life can be really busy, or you just have obligations that you're like family, friends, whatever you have obligations for, this is saying do absolutely everything you can in the month of October, especially to take time to yourself. Even if that means mama's taking a bath for 2 hours, don't bother me. I'm locking the door. You can talk to your dad or your older sister or whatever, like whatever problem you have, it can wait. Just leave me be. And if you have to carve that time out for yourself, do it as much as you possibly can this month. If you have the luxury to be able to allow yourself that solitude and that time away, I feel like Spirit wants to give you downloads. The reason why the butterfly card, which is about rebirth and transformation, is reversed is because I feel like you've already gone through the bulk of a transformation, and that's why it's reversed. It's not because it's blocked. It's because like you've already done it. You've already been there. You're already transforming. It's already happening. So it's sort of like just kind of like reminding you that this is part of the journey. This is part of the transformation. That it's not like a bam, I'm done. I've transformed. I know everything. It's like, no, transformation. Like, yeah, you can have kind of a burst effect in the beginning, but the transformation also still takes time for you to calibrate your life and your essence of being, allowing yourself to shed away the things that no longer belong in your life, to be able to get into alignment with spirit and with yourself. So these two bottom cards, Ram, perseverance, is saying no matter how much effort it takes, you're going to be able to climb that mountain, because Rams, like, I don't know if you've ever seen mountain goats, but they can climb like impossible things, and it's just they make it look easy. So this is saying like you have what it takes to make this happen. And then the fact that the prosperity card is here upside down is about letting go of the past and embracing change and all that stuff. Like opportunities are close at hand, abundance and good fortune await you. I feel like it's reversed because it's on the same level as the butterfly, as in like you've already been blessed in the area of abundance. Now it's time to take those resources of abundance and transform and knowledge from transformation. You want to get your ass in gear, I feel like, but it's in the way of like a goat scaling a mountain. You have to watch each step that you take and make sure it's the right one. And that requires having a little bit of solitude enough to connect with your intuition, connect with spirit, connect with guides, connect with your imagination, and all that jazz. So I hope that this reading helped you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being here. If you have not subscribed, feel free to log into your YouTube account and subscribe to my channel. I would love to see you back here. Don't forget to also leave a comment if any of this resonates with you. Like the video and check my Instagram account. The link for that is in the description box below, and I will see you next time. Okay, Scorpio? Love you so much. Bye. Sagittarius, hello and welcome. I am so excited to get into this reading for you today. So today I'm going to be going into the animal oracle cards to get you some messages. Spirit, please show me show me what animal energy Sagittarius needs to embody for the month of October. And I'm hearing, yeah, I was going to say, I'm hearing one more card and it already popped out for me. I didn't even need to try. So that's great. I love it. I love it when Spirit does that. So what we have here, these are upside down. I'm going to keep them that way. And then you have this one. Okay, great. Okay, let's talk about this. So your reading is starting off with two reversed cards. Now, these two reversed cards to me isn't something bad. To me, this is saying that you've already been doing this. You've already been working on this energy. And the energy is literally your personal choice and the squirrel. So let's go ahead and get into this here for a second. So personal choice and the squirrel. So let me read the squirrel first and then I'll read personal choice. So the squirrel is always prepared. It says, you are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future and life will give you all you need. And then the next card, personal choice. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. So to me, what this is saying is you have been on this journey of gathering your strength, gathering your mental fortitude, gathering your emotional fortitude, gathering your finances, gathering your ability to be prepared. A squirrel's life is basically preparing. They're always preparing for the next step. That's basically their whole entire existence, is preparing. So I feel like you have been preparing, Sagittarius, for what? Not sure. I feel like you're not quite sure either. It's just, you just feel like this need to like bolster your strength. It's like you're either gathering more knowledge, gathering more money, gathering more resources, gathering more of a community, gathering your own physical strength, gathering your own health, gathering your own mental fortitude, gathering your own emotions. You're gathering together. You're like mustering the strength of all of the resources you have at your disposal and drawing them into you. The fact that there's a mountain on this card is like personal choice. It's like, now that you have gathered all these resources, now what? What do you want to do? Another thing I'm hearing from Spirit right now is they told me to tell you that pay attention to the world around you, because beyond just what I'm reading for you here as far as animals, pay attention to the animals that you see in everyday reality. Pay attention. Like if you're just going along your day and you see a feral cat, or maybe even the neighbor's cat, like run across your path or come up to you, or if you see dogs a lot every day, or if you see squirrels a lot every day, or a crow or a hawk flying above, or whatever animal stands out to you in those moments, pay attention to that. Embody their energy, embody their strengths, and utilize that energy and that strength in the moment, day to day. I feel like Spirit speaks to you through the animals. Spirit speaks to you through nature. It's just a matter of whether you're paying attention or not. So that's what this personal choice card is for me, is like you are gathering this, like you're just gathering all of your strength to just become this mountain, this pillar of abundance of resources, so that you can take the next step, whatever that is. So yeah, the fact that this squirrel card is like, I just want to reread it for a second. So it says, you are the expert at hard work and hard play. So that means you know how to have fun, and you also know how to get your hands dirty and work. Super important. So it's like that balancing aspect. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. So I know you, Sagittarius. I feel that a lot of Sagittarius, you're able to, I say we because my sun sign and rising sign is Sagittarius. So I feel very connected to the Sagittarius readings, just by proxy of having my birth chart match up with that. So Sagittarius, I know you in that you are able to be cheerful in the worst scenarios. You're able to show up and say, you know what, I'm fine. We're here to work. Even if the worst things are happening in your life, you're able to show up and be present in that moment. And it's a blessing to everyone, because if you were to walk around with exposing the heaviness and the weight that you've been through, the suffering that you've been through, it would scare everyone away. And I'm not saying to hide yourself away or to hide the fact that you've been through a lot of struggles. What I'm saying though is your ability to find the gem, the diamond in the rough, your ability to find the silver lining in every circumstance, your ability to glean lessons and the gold from such a pile of shit is like a huge advantage to you and is a huge blessing, especially the people around you, because I guarantee it, Sagittarius, if you were as miserable as your life says you should be, people would be scared of you. People would be afraid of you. You would lose all your friends, I feel like. I'm not saying that your friends are going to abandon you in a time of hardness, but it's more of like the fact that you're able to show up with dignity despite it all is tremendous, is huge. And I feel like reminding whoever's watching that this is for some moon signs as well and rising signs. But I just heard like moon signs need to hear this right now. So if you're watching the Sagittarius reading because it's your moon sign, good job. You're meant to be here. So it says, don't let life's distractions take you off course. So I feel like you have a lot of people, places, and things that are like, oh, Sagittarius, we love you so much. Come over here and do this, or come over here and do that, and spend all this money over here, and spend all your time over here. And honestly, this is like, Sagittarius, it's your personal choice of what you want to engage with or not. You can say no to literally everyone, and everyone will still love you. You know, maybe some of them will be like, a little slighted because they don't understand, but eventually they'll be like, you know what? Sagittarius is a good person. They've always been trustworthy. They've always been there for me. And so if they say no this time, I'm just going to trust that they need this time to themselves. So it's like very much like your personal choice on where you want to go with all of these resources that you've gathered for yourself. But the fact that this is saying don't let distractions take you off course is saying like you've done all this hard work to like gather all of your resources, whether it's your resources could be on any level. So like you take whatever that means for you and apply it to your story specifically. It's saying like whether you are doing it currently or about to do it or have done it as far as gathering resources, it's just saying just like don't be wasting your money and wasting your time and wasting your energy on things that aren't going to be giving back to you. So think about every time you do something, whether it's with time, money, emotions, whatever. Is it an investment? Is it going to give back to you in some form or sense? And sometimes we can do like charity work or whatever, but doing it within balance, because the squirrel's life is like precariously on the balance of life and death at all times. So it's like very, very important for you to recognize when you're giving too much and when you need to keep more of your stuff. So that's what I feel for these two cards here. And now the next two cards is the Heron, which has to do with patience, and the Pronghorn, which has to do with action, which I find very funny. And I don't know about you, Sagittarius, but patience is definitely it's a virtue for a reason. Not the easiest virtue, I don't think, because patience is very much like, it's a side effect. It's not something you can like, I'm trying to be patient. Usually when people say they're trying to be patient, they're actually not patient, but they're trying. Patience is a byproduct of accepting the moment as it is. That's all it is. Patience is a byproduct of accepting the moment as it is without fighting it, without resistance. So it says, create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently toward your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. You don't want to waste your resources on short-term gains because you're actually in it for the long haul. You're in it for the long race. Even though the turtle hasn't shown up here, I feel the turtle energy is here as like slow and steady wins the race. So keep going. This is requiring patience from you. Taking time alone to find that balance. This is like what I'm saying. It comes right back to like, are you spending too much time and too much money with other people? You need to like bring it back in within yourself. And I feel like the more that you spend time in nature, the more you will feel like renewed. So it's like if you ever feel burnt out or worn out or just apathetic or depressed or blah or whatever, go take a walk outside. Just connect with nature, even if it's going outside and looking up at the sky, breathing in a deep breath of fresh air and then coming back inside. The smallest moment of connection with nature is huge for you, Sagittarius. So this is really about a time to take those resources and know your goal and go for it, going for it, but having the patience to be able to see that it's going to bring results on a grand scale for you, but it's not going to be like immediate. It's not going to be like next week or even next month. It's going to take time. I just heard 3 years in my head for some of you, for whatever it is that you're doing, 3 years to finally see how you've gathered your resources and how it's paid off in being wise and balanced with how you spend your time, money, and energy. Play the long game, Sagittarius. You know the goals you need to do. And if you're not sure, well, think about where would you like to be? That's a long goal. What do you need to do now to make that happen? And that's a perfect segue into the next card, which is the action card, Pronghorn. So it says, now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. That's the second time it said confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. So this is again saying success. You are being brought to success. And I feel like I'm here as a reminder. You know what I feel like I am for you, Sagittarius, right now is like you're on a marathon and I'm the person like at the 5-mile mark handing you a little cup of water saying, you got this, keep going. So like I'm here as a reminder to you that you are on the journey of the long game and you are doing it. And it's just a matter of staying confident, being wise with your money, time, and resources, having that patience, which is accepting the moment as is, and taking action when you see opportunities arise. Do not put your foot on the brake. I feel like some of you are doing brake pedal and gas, or both at the same time. And it's like, no, take your foot off of the brake, allow yourself to push the pedal to the metal as far as making it happen within reason, as far as like not burning yourself out to a complete oblivion. So the reverse card here on the bottom of the deck is Hummingbird Miracles. And I feel like the reason why it's reversed, not because it's something that's blocked, but something that you have been connecting to for a while. Hummingbirds is also people from your, I just heard long lost loved ones or dead loved ones are here supporting you in the form of hummingbirds. So if you see hummingbirds, that is literally, if you have any passed down loved ones, they're here to help you. They're here to guide you. Hummingbirds are literally, they take the pinnacle. And that's been like said before, like, your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Well, what do hummingbirds do? They literally drink from the pinnacle of each plant. A plant's pinnacle is the blooming of the flower and the nectar inside that flower. That's literally the sweetest manifestation that a plant can do. It's the pinnacle of a flower's existence, is to create a flower with pollen, with nectar. And that is literally all the hummingbird does, is drink from the nectar from each moment. So I feel like that is your purpose, is to find joy and realize that you are being given miracles, but it's going to take some time. And this is about playing the long game, okay? Gathering your resources, making it through winter, hunkering down for winter, connecting with nature, whatever it is you need to do. When there's opportunities that show up for you, take action. Do not put on the brakes, Sagittarius. You are here to bring joy. You are here to have blessings. You are here to live in abundance. You are here to be you are here to be yourself. That's what I want to say. You are here to be yourself. And that's what you're doing, is like, you are creating a life around you in which that condones you being yourself 100% fully without holding back. So keep going. Keep fighting the good fight, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button on this video. Subscribe to this channel if you have not. I would love to see you down in the comments. If you have an Instagram account, check out my Instagram link down in the drop-down box below, and give me a like and a follow there. I would love to see you there, and I cannot wait to do this again for you next time, okay, Sagittarius? I love you so much, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye! Hello, Capricorn. I'm so glad that you're here with me today, watching this reading. I am excited to get into this with you today. This is the Animal Oracle cards, and I am asking Spirit to bring out whatever animal energy that you need to embody for the month of October, to bring it out into the cards, and we will talk about it. I'm going to keep those. So the card that came out for sure that wants to talk to you is the Humpback Whale. And then we'll go into these here in a minute. So Capricorn, the Humpback Whale is the Singer card. This is saying, sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power of your soul. So what I'm hearing is that this is about not necessarily singing as in like actually singing, but like singing the song of your soul. Whatever that is brings healing to other people. Even if you're like, I just heard somebody saying, what I do doesn't bring healing. You'd be surprised. Even just your presence and the way that you bring a perspective to the world is actually very healing for a lot of people. Like, we need your energy, Capricorn. Like, we need you out in the world. We need to hear your voice. We need to hear your soul song. We need to see your expression. We need to see you and what you have to offer. You are not second best. You are number one, Capricorn. That's what I want to say. Well, think about it. The humpback whale is number one. They are literally the biggest mammals on this entire planet. And they just so happen to live in the ocean, and they can dive so freaking deep. It is insane. Like, they are the biggest mammal on the entire planet that we know of. So it's like, yeah, you're number one. You have a depth and a wisdom that matches no one else's. And it's a matter of like allowing yourself to move past the ego, move past trauma, move past who you think you should be, move past. I've just heard some of you like, you're kind of feeling shadowed or eclipsed by another person. It's time to like not do that. Be your own person, be your own best friend, be your biggest cheerleader, your biggest advocate. Realize that you have a unique journey. You have a unique voice. You have a unique expression, soul expression. You are here to let it out, okay? Like the fact that you have two whales here, one is underneath the water and one is bursting out of the water. I feel like Capricorn, you're bursting out of the water. It just doesn't matter how big of an animal, the whales can still burst out of the water like it's nothing. So I feel like that's you, Capricorn. You're bursting out of the water. So the other cards that we have here, I'm just going to lay them out here and we'll talk about it. You have a lot, but we're going to go through it. All right. You have the bee, the hummingbird, personal choice, cougar, black jaguar, moose, and cat. So I see a lot of cat energy. And I also see, like, when I think of hummingbirds, I think of them as like the insect version of a bird. Like they are like the closest to an insect a bird could ever be is the hummingbird. So I feel like and then the bee is very much like, doesn't seem like a normal bug. Like they are their own special, unique creatures, like shouldn't even be able to fly, but they do anyways, and they make delicious honey. Like what other like insect does such greatness for us, you know? So the bee is about community. I just heard time to build your community, Capricorn. You have the ability to build your community. Maybe you need to be the linchpin. Maybe you need to be the keystone of building a community around you. And not that you need to be some like dictator and everybody does what you want to do, but think about a bee. They're not in there like dictating. It's like everybody knows their job and everybody does what they're meant to do, but it's all like conglomerated around a sole purpose of living the life of the hive. So B, community. It says you are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Your work blesses everything you touch. That's what I'm talking about as far as like your uniqueness, your soul song, your individuality is needed in this world, because anything you do, anything you work on, anything you bring to fruition in this world is a blessing for people. People need it. It says, be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. So some of you, I hear there's like two camps. There's some of you that are like feeling pretty fine and fancy in your abundance. And then some of you that feel like it's kind of just been a struggle and you're kind of sick of that struggle. Well, this is saying like building a community is going to help you get out of that struggle. And I feel like for those that aren't struggling as much is because you have a decent community in which you feel supported and loved with. And so like recognizing that you have to be open to receiving the sweetness of the people around you and not shunning it, not thinking you're better than everybody else, not thinking that people, like, it doesn't matter. I don't even know like how to describe what I'm saying of like you kind of block your own blessings in a way of like you don't want to accept the sweetness of other people. It's like you don't want to recognize that you're accepting the sweetness of other people. I feel like some of you have been just on your own journey to the point where you like forget how to accept the blessings of other people. It's like, don't take it for granted. Don't take other people for granted. You have to work as a team on this planet Earth. Otherwise, if you're lone wolfing it the whole time, it's hard. I feel like it's really hard. So the fact that the community card has come out first, and the fact that the humpback whale literally is at the top here. Humpback whales are very much part of families. They want to be involved in their families. So if your community is as small as your partner, that's still your community. It's still somebody that you can connect with, somebody that you can create a sweet life with. Who can you cultivate sweetness with is what I want to say. And this goes into the hummingbird card, which I find interesting that it's like, be open to receiving sweetness, because the hummingbird card is about miracles. And to me, the hummingbird is very much about like going from the sweet parts of every flower. So it's like every plant that the hummingbird goes to, it's like the pinnacle of that plant is to create a flower with this delicious honey-like nectar. And that's what the hummingbird drinks from, is the sweet nectar. So it's like being able to recognize the sweetness of each situation and being able to move from joy, moments of joy throughout your life to tap into the silver lining, to tap into the sweetness of the journey of whatever it is that you're going through. This card says, you are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. So to me, this is like embodying your own energy is the nature of positivity and love. So if you find yourself negative Nancy or negative, what's a male name that starts with negative Nick or negative Nancy, and if you find yourself speaking more ill will and hate around you, then you're not embodying your true nature. I feel like there's some healing that needs to be happening in that case, because you are meant to bring joy. You are the joy bringer. You bless people with just the joy and the sweetness that you bring to people's lives with who you are, Capricorn. So this is about spreading the miracle of happiness. The fact that you are able to be happy is a miracle. Like, do not feel bad about that. And I know I hear some of you saying, well, maybe I'm too happy too much and it's a problem. Like, no, it's not a problem. Like, obviously be real with yourself, sing your song, be able to go into the depths of who you are and connect with community. But really, like, if you're able to connect with joy, it's going to bless people around you, including yourself. So the fact that the personal choice card is here is very funny. So this to me is an indicator that it's time to look around you. It's time to pay attention to the animals that you see out in nature. I feel like nature speaks to you, Capricorn. Capricorn, you are like, every time I think of Capricorn, I think of like half water, half earth. So it's like you're able to embody two ways of being at the same time in a way. And it's because of that sea goat thing. So it's like being able to scale mountains while also being able to swim is like really cool. So to me, this is saying like your emotions are healed with nature. If you go out into nature and connect with nature, it will help heal you from the inside out. And this is saying to pay attention to the animals that you experience out in nature. So if you're walking around and you see cats all the time, or you see dogs all the time, or squirrels, or crows, or ravens, or a hawk, or an owl, or a fish, or an ant, doesn't matter. Like, notice the animals around you, notice nature around you, connect with nature around you, and let the lesson from that creature speak truth to you in what energy you need to embody for that day. I feel like the personal choice card is very much like it's up to you to connect and pay attention to nature and with spirit, because spirit is always trying to talk to you. It's just a matter of like, can you open up and see it? So the next card is the Cougar, which is about assertiveness. Now, I find this quite interesting because assertiveness is like, I feel like there's this leadership energy that you're wanting to embody, and it's like, it's going to take a level of assertiveness, but also while being able to get along with your community on a joyful level. But still you need to have that assertiveness and being able to like actually bring a cohesive community together to accomplish something, you know, like every project needs a foreman as far as being able to like lead, like spearhead the project and make it happen, in the sense of like proper leadership isn't bossing people around and showing people through example and helping people open up to their natural gifts. So this Cougar card says, in silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. So to me, this is saying, this is a confirmation card for those of you who are like, oh, I want to do this, but I'm not sure. Oh, I've been sitting on the fence and I'm not sure. What I'm hearing from Spirit right now is to go into nature, connect with nature. I just saw some of you sitting by a river. So if you have a river near you, you should definitely, like, or a body of water of some kind, like connecting to that, allowing yourself to connect with nature, and then ask yourself, okay, this endeavor that I want to do, is it right for me? And then don't allow your thoughts to overtake, but feel into your soul and what Spirit has to say. Like, you have the confidence to succeed. So whatever it is that you've been sitting on the fence with, I feel like, yes, you need to connect with yourself and see if it's right for you, but this is kind of this is your confirmation of, you know where to go and what to do. Have you done it? Are you doing it? Do you need to do it? Do you need to fill out that paperwork? Do you need to connect with that person? Do you need to sign up for that class? Do you need to, whatever it is, like, that is the next step that you've been kind of like hesitating on, it's time to do it. You have the power. You have the power. It's time to take assertive action towards the things you want. And that's funny because like the black jaguar is the next one, and that is another big cat energy. Look at this, beautiful. The fact that it has the solar eclipse happening right here in the card is to me saying that yes, this is meant for you for the month of October big time. Like I feel like a lot of this energy is very much like you have been embodying this energy of like connecting with your community, looking at the things that bring you joy more, having how you connect with spirit to be your own personal choice, and then taking the action steps forward necessary to make that happen through your own assertiveness and confidence. And I feel like it's kind of coming full circle in recognizing that you are an old soul. You have wisdom like deep in there, okay? Like the whale card didn't come out for no reason, Capricorn. Like the black jaguar also came out for a very specific purpose, and it says walk through life with confidence and grace. That's the second time that I've heard confidence. So whatever you're feeling not so confident about, it's time to have confidence, because spirit is saying you got this, you've got this. So embody that confidence, embody that big cat energy. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. So this is very similar, honestly, very similar to the Cougar card, and saying where to go and what to do. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. So I feel like October is a month for you to get focused on the people, places, and things that actually are going to bring you to the place that you want to go. What is your dream? Have you figured that out yet? Do you have an answer for that? And if not, time to take some time into nature and connect with that part of yourself, because you're an old soul. You have a lot to offer. The world needs your energy. The fact that the moose card is next is wisdom. Hello, that's literally taking your old soul energy and implementing it into your everyday reality. So the moose card says, let your head and your mind reach the stars. Keep your feet grounded on earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. So this is very much about, I feel like it's very connected to the personal choice card as far as like going out into nature and connecting with spirit, is let your head and your mind reach the stars. That means allow yourself to dream, allow yourself to think of bigger and better things. Don't hold yourself back by saying, well, this is what I am familiar with, this is what I know, I don't know if I could ever go beyond this point. Don't deny yourself your own dreams. And also says, keep your feet grounded on earth. So there's a level of like allowing yourself to reach high, but also stay grounded. So like there are certain things in this world that we can't avoid. Like we're going to have to pay bills. We're going to have to make money. We're going to have to pay bills. We're going to have to pay our taxes. It's very rare that we can like skirt around that. So that's what I mean. And you have to like eat a certain amount of calories to live. Like groundedness, as in like, what do you need to do practically on earth, planet earth, to survive? And then allow yourself to dream, but don't allow the groundedness to stop you from reaching for your dreams and reaching for the stars. The last card you have here is the independent card, the cat card. So to me, this is like taking all of this like wild energy and condensing it down to a domestic level. Like you're able to embody, you have this like wild part of you, but you also are able to like be in the domesticated world. That's that groundedness that I'm talking about. So like it says independent, it says you are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. So I feel like there's this unique energy that you have to offer the world. And it's like you're kind of holding yourself back out of fear, or maybe lack of resources or lack of community. But this is saying like, connect with the people that you're meant to connect with. Allow yourself to connect with your intuition. Allow yourself to be the healer. Like I'm pretty sure that said that several times, like that you heal people with just what you bring to the world. This is what this is saying. And this requires you going off the beaten path. This requires you being independent. All of these, except for the community card and the humpback whale, they're very independent creatures. Like hummingbirds, they're very like territorial. They don't like to share. Cougars, they are very soul creatures. Black jaguars, they're very solitary creatures. Moose, also very solitary creatures. They're very like independent. Same thing with cats. So it's very interesting that there's this like solitary energy, and then where you need to connect with community in the sense of like being a leader in realizing that you are able to have people that will support you on your individual journey, whatever that looks like. And that is super powerful. So I hope that these messages helped you, Capricorn. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. If you have not subscribed, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I love making these videos for you. And the more that I get subscriptions, the more I see that you like what I'm making for you. So I will continue to make more. And hit that like button on this video. And also, if you have an Instagram account, I have my link down in the description box below. It would be awesome if you gave me a follow and a like there. And I thank you again so much for being here. I will see you next time. Okay, Capricorn? Bye. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. Whatever animal energy is going to speak the most to my Aquarius people and friends, I would love for you, Spirit, to bring out that energy for, okay, we'll keep that and we'll keep that. And I also heard to keep this. Okay, we'll get one more here. Oh, all right, that made that decision right there. So, Aquarius, let's see what you've got. Oh boy, interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you have two bird cards, which I love. You have the dragonfly smack dab in the middle, and then at the end you have the dog, the dog card, which is one of my favorites. So let's talk about this. So the fact that I'm just going to read them together a little later, but let's start with the penguin. So the penguin card is, you know what? No, I changed my mind. Like, I don't change my mind. Spirit is saying, no. Don't start from over here. Start with this. I'm like, okay. So let's talk about it. So you have the puffin card, okay? And the dragonfly card. The puffin card is about partnership and the dragonfly card is about magic. So the puffin card, it says, accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. And then the dragonfly card is magic. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. So what I'm feeling for you is there's some sort of partnership that you've gotten entangled with that, and this is not going to apply to all of you, but for some of you, I need to say this. There is a relationship that you've gotten entangled with, whether it's a family, friend, or lover, that is not serving you well. I feel like you're not able to be yourself. And that's actually kind of disturbing for me. And I'm sorry to bring that news to you. I'm sure for those that this applies to, you will know what I'm talking about. But that doesn't mean you need to leave the relationship. I'm just saying, like, what you need to do is embody this puffin energy, which is accepting yourself and your colorful personality without apologizing or changing yourself for anyone. And if those people can't handle it, Aquarius, get rid of them. Just get rid of them. Move on. It's time to move on from that. If you have to hold yourself back, the fact that out of all of the zodiac signs that I've done so far, and I only have one left, the puffin card came out and it's the only one that says accept yourself and your colorful personality. This is the only one that's like colorful personality. It's literally addressing you directly, Aquarius, because I feel like out of all of the zodiac signs, Aquarius probably has the most like colorful personality. They have a lot of depth. They have a lot to offer. They're very quirky, in my opinion. So this is literally about feeling confident about being you. So if the people you find yourself in, if the partnerships, which is on this card, do not condone you and your colorful personality, if you are not able to feel confident about being yourself in the relationships you find yourself in, this could be, like I said, family, this could be friends, this could be a love relationship, this could be a business relationship, this could be whatever, even the relationship with yourself, for goodness sakes. Like, maybe you need to heal on that level, I don't know, but it's about accepting yourself for who you are. All colors, and brown is also a color, so you got to accept that. The browns and the tans and the grays, you know, which isn't everybody's favorite, but unless you're a freak, which, you know, maybe some of you like those colors, but it's like, I like all colors, but like, you know, even the colors that are less favorable, I should say, accept them all. Yeah, you are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. So I feel like there is a part of you where you're struggling. You need to ask for help. So it's like, yes, have confidence in who you are, but if that requires you making a transformation and a transition from certain people, places, and things in your life, then you need to ask for help in those transitions. Like if you need to get out of a living situation, ask for help from the people you know around you, your community around you. If you need to get out of a toxic relationship, if you need to get out of a toxic job, ask for help. Ask for clarity. Ask for help from the people around you. Teamwork will give you the best results. So this is not lone wolfing it. And the fact that like when this card came out, I thought it was the wolf card, which is about being the pathfinder, about being lone wolfing it. This is saying, no, this is the dog card. This has got all the canines on it. This is about teamwork. The fact that every single card has multiples of the same animal. And that's not how it is in most of this deck. Every single card you have has multiples of these creatures on it, is to me saying that it's time to really allow yourself to connect with the people around you that you can feel yourself around. You can feel your colorful self around. You can feel that confidence around you, that you feel you're allowed to be yourself. And that's going to allow this joy to come out of you, because I feel like some of you have been going through a really dark night of the soul, like some hard stuff you've been dealing with. Like some of you may be depressed. Some of you may be apathetic. Some of you may be overworked. Some of you may be so frazzled you don't know what to do with yourself. I don't know. But I feel like a lot of you have struggled, are currently struggling, or have struggled really harshly in the past. So this is literally about teamwork makes the dream work. Have those partnerships that actually bring you joy, that actually allow yourself to feel confident and open. And the fact that the dragonfly card is literally like paired up with this is saying like the dragonfly is ushering in a transformation for you. It says, I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. This is the second time I've seen the word like confidence, courageous. Like this is going to take some effort on your part to be courageous. Courageous does not mean you don't feel fear. It means you feel fear and you do it anyways. That's what confidence means. That's what courageousness means, is feeling the fear yet doing it anyways. I courageously let go of the past. So anything from the past that you feel is holding you back, let it go. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant. I am blessed. So I feel like that needs to be a mantra for yourself. I am brilliant. I am blessed. If you truly believe that, you will be surprised at the things that unlock for you. And I feel like the things that unlock for you are these next cards here. You have the penguin, which is about being authentic. It's your authenticity that's being called to attention here, Aquarius. It says, reach out to your tribe in times of need. Wow. Can you believe that, Aquarius? Literally 2 cards out of this entire deck has come out in the same reading for you to ask for help from from your community. And this one says from your tribe, which is basically like the same thing. So so reach out to your tribe in times of need. So if you're in need, you need to ask for help from the people around you, the people that you would consider your tribe, your team, your friends, the people that make you feel accepted and loved for who you are, Aquarius. All right, the card continues to say, family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. And so when this card says family gives you strength when you face the storm, I know some of you can have toxic families, but some of you don't have toxic families, and you really can lean on your family. And the fact that this is saying like, be your colorful self, be yourself, like be your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. So it's just very much like breaking free from other people's expectations. If you find yourself being oppressed by the expectations of others, that is your first sign to get out of that situation, get the F out of that situation, and then ask for help for that to happen. Don't let yourself be held back out of lack of confidence, out of fear, out of, these people, I have expectations and obligations I need to, take care of. It's like, no, this is saying be yourself, break free from that. Allow yourself to lean on your tribe, your friends, your family, your love partner, whoever is there to help you, who is gracious enough to not shut you down for being your colorful self. Hello, Aquarius. Like, that is your whole purpose of being here, is to literally be yourself. Like, that's what the world needs right now, is you, Aquarius, being yourself. So the fact that that's what it's saying right here is super important. The next card, the final card here, is the dog, which is the friend card. So it says, today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and friend. I feel like that you need to be your own best friend, but also you need to recognize who is actually your friend, who can be there to help, who is a loyal supporter, who is loyal to you, Aquarius. That is the tribe you need to build around you. Those are the people you need to call upon for help. Those are the people you need to call on and lean on. If you're like, well, my life's great, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's still important to know who's got your back, because I don't know if you've ever heard the term of fair weather friend, but it's basically a friend who's only around when things are easy. Who are the friends that are there when things get tough? Who are the friends that if you were to call them up and say, hey, I am moving tomorrow, can I use your truck? Would they say yes? You know, would they help you? Would they be able to, basically support you in the ways that you need to be supported? So also, this is in a way being your own best friend, because if you aren't your own best friend, how can you ever build the strength and the confidence to move forward, to break free? You're going through a transformation right now, and it's really huge. Like, also, I feel like if you have any pets, relying on those pets for comfort is going to help you a lot be able to move forward. Like, on this card, there's like the wolf, the dog, and then a bunch of puppies. And so I just like love that. Very sweet energy. The fact that you are protected and you have friends around you. You know, I am a protector and a friend. You also might be doing this for someone. So take this story however it resonates. Maybe this isn't for you. I feel like for a lot of you it is, but for some of you, this might be like allowing yourself to be there for your community, to be there for your family, to be there for your friends. And I feel like there's something inside of you that's transforming. I feel like it's your heart. You have a heart of gold, and allowing your life to transform around you in order to let that heart of gold shine forward, to shine forth, to show people your authentic self, your very colorful self. And I feel like people need to see your true self more, Aquarius. So that is what I have for you in this reading. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time and attention and your trust in me to deliver these messages to you. Feel free to like this video, subscribe. If you have an Instagram account, I have my Instagram account link down in the description box below. Give me a like and a follow there. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much again, Aquarius. I will see you next time, okay? Bye. Hello, Pisces. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this reading. I am really excited to get into this with you today. So this is going to be a reading from the Animal Oracle deck in helping you to see what animal energy you need to embody. So it's going to be some powerful transformational energy, some powerful letting go energy, some powerful stuff is going to be flying around the energetic universe. And so I am here to be the liaison in helping you show where you need to go, what you need to do, what energy you need to embody, embrace, and remember. I would love for you to trust me to help you get some guidance from spirit. I'm just here to point the direction, point the way through spirit. Like I'm not the one doing the work. I'm just here to express through the cards and through my voice what spirit has to say. It's not me, it's spirit. So I'm just the messenger. Okay, so we've got one card here for you, Pisces. Let's see what else needs to come out. Spirit, please show me what Pisces needs to see. I feel like I need to shuffle again. All right, for my lovely Pisces. Okay. And let's do one more. Interesting. Cool. All right. So before I get into these cards, Pisces, I just want to point out the bottom of the deck here. And it's the frog card, which is prosperity, and it's upside down. So let's talk about this for a second. Let me read this card to you, and then we'll talk about it. So it says, let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. So I feel like the reason why it's reversed here is because this is the energy that you've been working your ass off to embody. You are doing your best to embody prosperity. Like, prosperity is more than just like making a ton of money. Prosperity is literally feeling abundance in all aspects of your life. So like wherever you feel like you've been struggling, I feel like that the universe is showing you like, hey, you're on the journey, you're on the path, you are on the right path, and you've been on the right path. And whatever I'm about to talk about next in this aspect here with the other cards is going to help you continue this journey. But the fact that it's reversed is like you're doing it right now. And you may feel a bit blocked. I feel like there's moments where you feel blocked from prosperity and joy. And other times you're like, you know what? Prosperity and joy, I'm just going to try to do my best to get into alignment with that, whatever that looks like for you. So I feel like I need to read this again. So it says, let go of the past and embrace change. I feel like you've been doing that. Opportunities are close at hand. I feel like that you have been given opportunity after opportunity, and that's just going to continue in your life. Like, never forget that miracles and opportunities will always show up for you, Pisces. Okay, hop into this new day with joy. So to me, this is saying, like, for those of you who need to get more sleep or whatever, like, what do you need to do to have the energy to hop? Like, you know, hop into this new day with joy. And to me, joy is very much like, how are you nurturing yourself in order to have the energy and the vitality in order to hop? You know, whether it's like hopping inside of your emotions or physically or whatever, like what makes you feel like you're jumping for joy? Like, go for that. That's what I want to say. Abundance and good fortune await you. So I feel like abundance and good fortune is like what you've been cultivating in your life. And I feel like there's this like level of patience that is required for allowing this what the seeds that you've planted, seeds of joy and prosperity that you've planted, to actually take root and grow into fruition for whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest. I feel like being able to, I just heard Spirit say, you can find joy and prosperity in any aspect of life. It's just a matter of whether you're looking for it or not. You know, are you able to slow down and notice the joyful aspects of the everyday life that you are living? The mundane stuff, are you able to see the joy in those mundane things? Like, what is it that could be seen as joyful? You know, if you were looking at it with fresh eyes, or what I like to do is pretend that I'm an alien from a different planet and like I'm just plopped down here on Earth, and I would, you know, like, what would I be fascinated with? Like, wow, so fascinated with the grain of wood on this desk. Like, how beautiful is that? And like, our trees just do that? Like, they just grow like that? That's cool. So like, you know, like, it seems silly, but that's where joy is like, joy lives. Like, yes, there's big moments of joy, like getting married or having a baby or whatever, or getting your dream job or making $1 million, whatever, you fill in the blank. But like, joy also lives in the smallest things. It's just a matter of whether you can notice. Like, every time I say joy, I think of like the sparkling rainbow that you can see in a single droplet of water, like a dewdrop on a blade of grass or a leaf, and how it just like sparkles with that rainbow effect. It's like, wow, like joy is right there. So I just heard rainbows in my head. So any way you can incorporate more light and more rainbows into your life, I think will help lighten the mood for you. Okay, let's get into these cards here. So the first card you have is the Hawk, which is the messenger. Let's go ahead and read it here. It says, Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. That is, I feel like that's in alignment with exactly what I just said, as far as like opening your vision, being able to see the smallest little joy moments in the most mundane things. Like, make it kind of like a scavenger hunt. You know, like how can I find the joy in this moment? What would that look like? So it's opening your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. So I feel like a lot of you Pisces, it's like, focusing on your priorities and eliminating distractions. So if you don't know what your priorities are, that would be the first place to start, is like, I need clarity, I need answers, I need homework. Well, here's your homework, Pisces, is write a list of your priorities. And then once you get that list of priorities, see if you can distill it even further down. It's like, well, my priority is freedom. Okay, well, or my priority is to get a really high paying job that I enjoy. It's like, why? Ask yourself why, not as a judgment, but as to get to the essence. And it's like, well, why would you want your dream job that pays a lot of money? Well, a lot of money equals freedom. Doing what you love equals joy. So it's like, and not feeling bored every single day. So I feel like there's a part of you that needs to kind of like get into that. You need to distill your thought process a little more, of like, write down your priorities and then see how far you can distill it by asking yourself why. I think like you ask yourself why 4 or 5 times, 3 to 5 times, and that will help get you to the essence of what it is. And then see, okay, these are my priorities. And then the decisions that you make day to day, ask yourself, is this in alignment with freedom? Is this going to bring me freedom, short term or long term? And then determine whether or not that's worth it or not. So this is how you can eliminate distractions, is like, I feel like there are people, places, and things and activities that you do that are actually a distraction from where you're meant to go, who you're meant to be with, what you're meant to see, what you're meant to experience, what you're meant to do. And it's about time to like eliminate those distractions so that you can just be super concentrated and distilled in the way that you're meant to go, and what the purpose of that is to basically shed all that extra weight. And this says, let yourself ascend to new heights. Let yourself ascend to new heights. So that is implying that you're kind of holding yourself back through distractions. So allowing yourself to shed that weight and allow that natural rise of your energy to help you ascend to new heights. Because where you're at right now, you're meant to be on the next level, and you're on your way to that next level. So this is just about opening your vision, seeing the signs, and you can ask Spirit to be specific with those signs to help you out with that, focusing on your priorities and letting yourself shed those things that would be a distraction, and then naturally it will help rise you up to the next level. The next card is the Sea Otter, which I find so great for you, Pisces. Like, Pisces is a water sign, but sea otters are very much like a water creature, and they are the most joyful in my opinion. And that's why I find it so funny that this is the happiness card. So Sea Otter, happiness, which I also want to say joy. It's the joy card. So it says, be the master of playful living, release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. Oh my gosh, I just like kind of feel choked up. I feel like for those of you who have not found a partner yet, this is like the journey. This is taking you on the journey to find your partner. It's assured. It's just a matter of like, release your expectations. Don't have any expectations of like, oh, my partner needs to look like this or be like this, or I'm supposed to have a child by the age of 35, or I'm supposed to have this job, I'm supposed to be here. Like, stop comparing yourself, stop comparing your journey. Just allow yourself to ride those waves, because we're all going through it, like some waves, okay? Like, allow yourself to ride the waves and enjoy each day. And that's that, like, coming back to that like distilled joy, allowing yourself to have that greater vision, to see big picture, and also be able to zoom in and see the smallest, tiniest joyful thing, and allow yourself to bask in that. It says you are the master of playful living. Like, you are able to bring joy into your everyday life just by you being yourself. So that requires releasing expectations and letting go of worry. So anything that you're worried about, like, let it go. Trust yourself that you're able to overcome obstacles. Pisces, you've made it this far. You've overcome a shitload of obstacles. And so therefore, isn't that proof enough that you can relax and you can choose love? Isn't that enough for you to show you that you are allowed to enjoy every day? You have permission by Spirit to enjoy every day, to play with it, whatever it is you're going through. And it may not be the most glamorous, it may not be the most fun, but it's like, allow yourself to have fun with it. Find some way to enjoy it, some way to play with it, some way to like just be a kid again, have fun again, whatever that looks like to you. So the next card that is up here is the snow leopard, a very rare big cat, by the way. It's one of the most rare. I think it's like almost extinct, but this is a card of self-reliance. So it says, you are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. So I feel like this is how you release the people, places, and things that would be a distraction from your ability to focus on your priorities. You are strong. You are able to be independent. The fact that it says, solitary, you are often solitary. So I feel like you've been walking this journey kind of alone for a while, whatever aspect of that, whether it's like emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, partnership wise, career wise. There's something that you feel like you've been, I just heard like, I'm on the lonely road. Like that, what was that, Green Day, I think? That Green Day song about like walking the lonely roads. It's like, yeah, I feel like there's a part of you that's been walking the lonely road, but this is about finding joy along the way. And yeah, it says cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shaman. So that to me is very much about like eliminating those distractions. Why would you cloak yourself in invisibility other than to not be pulled apart or pulled away into oblivion by distractions? It's literally like you're sticking to your priorities, you're making decisions with integrity, you know what you want, you know what you're about, and you're all for it. You're going for that. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. So to me, this is not about forcing anything to happen. This is just allowing yourself to shed all that no longer belongs in your life, that is taking you away, that is distracting you away from your priorities, and walking with your intuition, with spirit on the path that you're meant to go, and trusting the journey that it will unfold in the perfect timing. Literally, your prosperity is assured, and that your good destiny of love is also sure, and that allowing yourself to ascend to new heights is assured, Pisces. And I really hope that this reading helped you. Really powerful one. It's like, way to go out with a bang, you know what I mean? Way to be like the last zodiac sign and just to go out with a bang. I love it so much. So thank you for being here, Pisces. Feel free to like that. Feel free to like this video, subscribe to my channel, check the drop down box, the description box below for my Instagram link, and follow me there. That would be amazing. And I will see you next time. Okay, Pisces, I love you so much. Take care. Bye.